Hello, hello, and welcome to a beautiful disaster this wonderful Tuesday afternoon with Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Andrew back there in sound, and we're supposed to have some of the Radolescents in studio. I believe they got caught up in traffic.
Did they?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yep.
Let's tell them stay there.
Tell
them fuck off, stay in traffic.
Stay on the 10.
Yeah, that's a good fucking afternoon's entertainment right there.
How are you, Dutchie?
Surviving, Cat Monroe, surviving this fucking world.
Yes.
You know how it goes?
Yes, yeah. I know how it goes, yeah.
This fucking makes it fun, though.
Our radio show?
More of this than the radio show.
I'm drinking coffee.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't want to drink today?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, she must be really fucking
drinks
sick.
Every fucking radio
yeah.
show.
I know.
No, I had early 420, so I'm good.
Oh, that's why you have the glasses on?
The glasses are because I'm tired.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I like my black hair or not yet, so yeah.
So let's talk, even though they're not here yet, let's talk a little bit about the Radolescents.
Well, there's a phone call. So we going to try and get it? Are we going to try?
Yeah, fuck it. Put them on. I don't care. It could be a debt collector. I don't know.
Okay, there it
is.
There it is. Cake Radio. Hey, what's up?
Hey, this is Casey, Andy, and Frankie. We're stuck.
You're stuck? Oh, you're in the car?
We're stuck in traffic.
Oh, okay. Our phones suck. Yeah, there's a big echo.
Yeah, you know.
Hang on. Yeah, this sounds like shit.
Yeah,
sounds like shit, buddy. Sorry, we got problems with technical difficulties every fucking day.
So why don't you? Well, you know what? We're gonna play music and we're gonna talk until you get here.
Okay, we're coming up on the 15th, so.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, boys.
Okie dokie.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Damn, that's fucking horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. What is the 15? Are they going the right way?
I don't know whether to say they were.
If they're going up to 15, they should be okay.
They said I thought they said they're on the 57.
15, I thought.
I heard 15.
Well, we'll see. We got music. We don't need anyone. It could be a show going till 10 o'clock tonight.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, you never know, do you?
Chaotic Radio, a beautiful disaster.
But Radolescents are a mixture, right? We'll bring it up and we'll talk about it. We can play... yeah, we can play some of the shit from the album, right? Definitely, we're not going to play it all. We're not going to have time to play it all.
No.
Right?
The Blue Album, right?
The Blue Album, yeah. And the Radolescents are original members of the Adolescents, right? Who, out of the blue, just kind of went, fuck it. I think it was going to be a one-off show. They'll tell us when they get it.
Yeah, they'll tell us.
I won't even try and say what it is, but it's now...
Yeah, I went there, yeah.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yes, it is. There's lots of shows.
And lots of people who are fucking just loving it.
Yep.
You know, and it's interesting.
Fun.
You know, you come from around this part of town.
Yes.
Right? You know all about that. I was introduced to the Adolescents a couple of years ago. Fucking great album. And then a lot of the guys from the band, their offshoot bands that they've all been in, the list is fucking incredibly long and great. And again, we'll wait till they get in and we'll talk about it. You know? In the meantime, let's play some LA Girl from the album.
Woohoo.
And get us in the mood, shall we?
Yes, in the mood for the Radolescents.
LA Girl, take one.
Really can't say too young. We're on time, tan in the sun. Really can't watch nothing. Spotlight back you wait on you. LA girl, LA, we're gonna tell her what, tell her what. LA girl, LA, we're the gypsy and I see. We don't care. We can't see why. We don't live our lives to keep you satisfied. Stuck in a world of dreams, I think. You might as well your life, baby. You burn down battery, siren, one of you'll see me alive. LA girl, LA, one of tell her what, tell to what. LA girl, LA, where you get the I see. Really can't say it too young. We're some time, tan in the sun. Really can't watch nothing. Spotlight back you wait on you. LA girl, LA, what, tell her what, tell to what. LA girl, LA, where you get the I see. pussy maker. You fucking got town. You lost total mess up. Why the hell you hang around? LA girl, just bring me down. LA girl, LA world. Tell me what, tell me what. LA girl, LA world.
www.k.
There's nothing to do. Excitement level zero. I can't find a girl, 'cause they're all actors and heroes. Where's the right crew bomb with another tip? Yourself. You've got a few friends. When we become one, the violence never ends. Where's the right crew bomb on the 9-10-10? Scientists in our lab, looking through the microscope. The little glass sides, they never lie. How can this fall my clothes? I've never seen anything like it before. This amoeba's got a mind of its own. But don't turn your back to stupid science world. This is reaching for the telephone. Creature, one cell thing, hardly knows it's alive. You're better off dead if you only knew your current life's taking a dive. I've never seen anything like it before. This amoeba's got a mind of its own. But don't turn away, you stupid science world. This is reaching for the telephone.
Amoeba by the Adolescents. You forgot to push my buttons, Dutchie.
Oh, I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm going to get a drink.
Oh, you have two in front of you.
At least
1.5.
two fucking more to warm up today, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. Between the phones and...
Oh, fucking midday you started walking into a fight with a manager. Fuck off.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck you
no.
now. Yeah, it's been like that all day. In the end, I walked out of work earlier. Went, you know what? I told the manager, I'm leaving now before I fucking punch someone or tell someone to fuck off. He said, who's it going to be? I said, you never know, which is why I'm fucking leaving. I'm serious. I fucking did. You know? So fuck them. And then I get here and we got nothing but fucking assholes and technical bullshit fucking difficulties. Fuck off the world. That's what I say.
Fuck off the world. Yeah, you big old
Should
middle
be a
finger.
Friday, yeah. Maybe I won't just go in tomorrow. Fuck them.
Maybe, huh? We just played Amoeba. And we actually did a video for that. There was a video.
I know, they did it last
fun.
week,
You should
didn't
have
they?
come.
Oh, cat. I got better things to do with my weekends. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be in a Radolescents video?
I don't want to be in anyone's fucking video.
That's fine. It's a
But
lot.
why?
It
Why
takes
not?
time, though.
I'm too old.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know what?
You're not
fuck
supposed
you
to
talking
say it
about?
doesn't matter. You're supposed to say no, you're not.
Yeah, you know
Dutchie,
what?
You're a youngster.
Oh, what the fuck?
There, now he's learning what the
But I
fuck.
watched the fucking movie that you was in the other day.
Yes, uh-huh.
What a fucking shite movie that is.
The punk scene was kind of cool.
It was stupid.
But he came out of the pit and he looked at... Because the anarchist is with me. He looked at the anarchist and he goes, "Oh, it's hairy in there." And
I gotta look at the movie again.
And he said he was afraid to push the punks. And Kyle said, "Push them. They're used to it. That's what they do." Because he was in the mosh pit. I guess Will Smith had never been in a mosh pit before.
Are you easy to spot?
I was blonde then. We're both blonde. Yeah, kinda, yeah.
No, but I mean, you're
movie,
obviously, you can see yourself. Right? You go, like, there we
yeah,
are.
Becky
right
screenshotted it to me.
Oh, I got to have a look.
What?
Yep.
Wait, what movie was this?
Bright.
Bright? I've never heard of that.
There was a bunch of...
No, exactly. And that's fucking Will Smith.
It's Will Smith.
So I'm thinking,
it's
it
new
must
on
be
Netflix,
good.
but Corrupted Youth was the band that was
shit.
that was in it. They
I'm
had
writing that
these
down.
big costumes and stuff on, and that's the part that we were in, the punk scene. It was really cool.
Oh, shit.
It was all night. It was exhausting, but it was cool.
I'm going to watch that.
And there was a bunch of people, like a bunch of people that we knew. Corinne Klein was in it. A lot of people we knew.
Was it a Netflix original movie?
Yes.
That's what I thought. And I'm sorry, but if Will Smith is stupid to do a Netflix original, here's what the thing. Netflix ain't stupid. They're going to pay the best fucking people to try and make you go, oh, fucking hell, if Will Smith's in it, it must be good. Because that's what sold me on it. Oh, fucking Will Smith.
That's what I thought, because when they asked us to do it and they said it was Netflix Will Smith, I was like, wait, Netflix Will Smith?
Have you seen it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
The storyline's kind of weird.
I mean, all they've done is taken they
fairies and cops and
Right,
and gang members
and all that shit, and then turned today's society into
a fantasy.
Yeah, well, no, Star Trek did it fucking years ago. Every Star Trek episode, the original one, was based on a political statement. Right?
I was on the set when they busted in doing all the shooting part in the punk club. It was so loud.
So I'm taking it that in this movie that these orcs or orgs or whatever they were supposed to be. It was a racist thing that they were being.
I think that's what it was.
Either blacks or Mexicans or
But now
whatever
there's
country
orcs.
you're in being picked on, Irishmen in the UK, whatever it be, and you know, and come up with something.
And the
fucking
fairy,
new.
there's fairies.
God, let's not talk about
I
it.
know.
Let's talk about punk rock.
It's pretty bad.
Let's talk about a show I believe you missed.
What show did I miss?
Was Punk in Drublic.
Yeah, I did not make it to that
Yeah,
show.
you didn't make that show, did you? So that's going to be in it. I want to talk to my buddy Casey when they get here about that show, because I was just blown away with how good DI were that day. And I've seen DI a bunch of times. And a lot of people, there was a lot of people saying, oh, well, DI ain't as good as this band. Guess what? It's all opinion, right?
Very,
and
very
I
true.
wasn't saying on that day that DI are better than Bad Religion or DI are better.
You just said they were good.
I just said that to that day, the moment that band came on the stage, Casey and the rest of the band created an atmosphere of what it was all about. And it was just a fucking amazing electrified atmosphere that continued the whole fucking day. Now, I don't generally stay at the end of shows, right? The bands I want to see are normally not the fucking headliners. And I don't like Bad Religion. I don't even think they're a fucking punk band.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I think they're a fucking people, not Green Day. Fucking listen to a Bad Religion album.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
No?
Yeah.
Who was it you said the other day, I didn't think you liked them? Oh, no, it wasn't you. It's someone else. Said, I didn't think you liked that band. And I go, yeah, I like that band. Anyways. Yeah. Let's play some DI. See, now we're talking about it. And
what are you going to play? Oh, Pervert Nurse.
I'm going to play whatever we want. It doesn't matter to me. I'll play that one first.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Johnny's Got a Problem.
I do like that one too.
And we were playing some DI. We played some DI on the show on
Friday.
No, on Sunday with Ryan Pena.
Oh, okay.
Because Ryan gets fucking.
Who did he
deep.
have in
Oh,
on?
motherfucker, just me and him.
Oh, that's cool.
Know? But he gets deep. He gets political, and it was a show all about guns. And I'll say no more than that. I don't
we don't need to bring that
today.
on our show.
Not today.
No,
we already did
that.
it. You know. So let's talk about pervert nurses instead. Shall we?
That sounds good to me. You're listening to chaoticradio.com, Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Kat Monroe, and we have Andrew from Set Blasters back there on sound, and a few of the Radolescents are on their way.
Your favorite pervert nurse, and she's so clean, and she's so neat, and a week of therapy and everything may work again, because she's a pervert, she's a pervert nurse, she's a pervert, she's a pervert nurse, now you're in therapy, the bath, a shot to make you feel so good, she's back to check you and turn you inside out until you don't know what to do, because she's a pervert, she's a pervert nurse, she's a pervert, she's a pervert nurse, test tubes, blood pressure, hemoglobin layer, sugar count, you're a diabetic, my friend. Here comes the bill, and it's deep, and a few more payments, and maybe you can sleep. You got an infection, and you're back. You got a surprise in the hospital sack. You know it with your pervert nurse, pervert. She's a pervert, she's a pervert nurse. Down that alley, not much time to wait. Feel the pain inside, feel the pain inside. Can't you feel it burning? Can't you feel the pain? Go ahead and give it to me, it's all the same.
Now don't worry, big boy, this won't hurt a bit.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
false. I'll put your ass on hold and I won't be taking your call. Cause I represent you, it's why you voted for me. I aim with a dime on the crime of the century. I'm the president and I'm intended to represent you. I'm the president and I'm intended to represent the truth. I'm the president and intended to represent all of us. I'm the president and I represent me. I'm running out of time. Destruction on my mind. I'm the president and I've been sent to represent you. I'm the president and I've been sent to represent the truth. I'm the president, I've been sent to represent all of us. I'm the president and in the end I represent me.
Machine, the genocide kind, yeah, you know what I mean. We're gonna take it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get our hands on the master plans. Trash it quick now. Any way we can, we're gonna break it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Start some mirrors and strip all the gears. Start the smiles and stop all the tears. We're gonna make it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Common ground, offer ashes through that board. What the hell are we waiting for? I can't change the world, but maybe we can change it together. I gather round. Common cause, common ground. Off our asses, through that door. What the hell are we waiting for? Gather up, gather round. Common cause, common ground. Off our asses, through that door. What the hell are we waiting for? What the hell are we waiting for? 'Cause I can't change the world. But baby, we can change it together. I can't change the world. But baby, we can change it together. But I can't change the world. But baby, we can change it together. I can't change the world. But baby, we can change it together. Say, I can't change the world, but maybe we can change it together. Say, I can't change the world, but maybe we can change it
And that was Rick Agnew with "I Can't Change the World." Is that still unreleased since we got
No, the album was released about a year or so
Okay.
ago. I don't know how close that version there is to the original, but I know that Rick gave us that copy of the album, and I believe that it still had to be mastered. I could be wrong. It could, that maybe is the final cut.
I don't know. I've seen that song. I've heard that song live. It's a good song. Yeah.
Well, you go and see any of these people live, and when you look at the list of the people in the band, they've all been around, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, original members of Social Distortion, DI, the Rick Agnew band. What was it? Was it not Christian Death? Was it Christian Death? What was Rick in? The other band?
45 Grave.
Was Rick in 45?
Wait, no, Christian Death. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought I was, yeah, fucking hell, I got one right.
Yes, you did.
You know, and then Alfie is in Professor and the Madman now, right?
Alfie's not in Radolescents. Frank.
No, I know. Alfie's in, I don't know why. There's too many Agnews. I'm getting mixed up.
I know.
Right, Frank, but no, the reason I said that is because Frank plays in the live band of Professor and the Madman. Because when they do their stuff live, they need more instruments because they're very technical. You know?
Yeah.
That surprised me. I wish I could have seen them last week when I was up there in Tarzana, but I had to leave and they weren't coming on until I think like 11 o'clock at fucking night.
Why'd you have to go?
I'm not as young as you, son. Got responsibilities.
Oh, come on.
It is tough.
Oh,
It's
yeah, come
even
on,
tough
right.
for me to
You
be
come,
going.
probably the best excuse. I normally drink like a fish when I'm out, right? I had to come home and drive home to get to work the next day. So I had to stop drinking early in the day, right? And then I still had to get home to get up at... Do you know what 4 a.m. means? Have you ever seen it?
Shit time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've seen it when I'm going home from the party, from the backyard, right?
You've seen it all blurry, right?
Yeah, too many times.
Oh, stay out till 4. Fuck off. Stay out. Fucking hell. Get a life and leave
He's a
mine
kid,
alone.
that's why he's
Yeah, I
a
used to be there, Cat. Remember?
I can do a little bit, and then all of a sudden I come in. Why am I so tired all
Fuck
the time?
off. You know what? You party more than these fuckers do. You're never home.
It's work.
What's work?
A lot of it is work.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Bullshit. That's a good excuse for you to go
A
out
lot
and
of it
fucking
is
party.
work. Yep.
So
Yes, it is.
what work did you do last weekend?
What work did I do last weekend? Where was I? I don't even remember where I was.
No, drunk. You don't get drunk when you're at work.
No, I don't drink all the time when I go out. Sometimes.
So,
Yeah. Just like now. See, coffee.
say again?
Coffee.
Oh, fucking hell. One time, right? One time.
Okay, yeah. So the Radolescents are Rick Agnew, Casey Royer, Frank Agnew Jr., John O'Donovan, and Dan Colburn. And stuck in traffic are Casey Royer, Frankie, and John O'Donovan. So
Stuck in traffic.
Bastards. Like 15 minutes away.
You've seen them. I haven't got to see
Oh,
them yet.
yeah. They're fun.
Radolescents, let me see where they're playing. They're playing at the MTL on March the 2nd.
Mm-hmm. They have a lot. They've been booking. They're going on a tour, actually.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of tour?
A tour, I believe it's this weekend.
What kind of tour?
Well, is it like U.S.? Is it out of?
Yeah, it's just like
out of country.
like how you guys do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what states. I was going to ask them when they get here.
They're doing the Surf Stomp. Did you know that?
No, when's that one?
That one is on Friday, March the 30th, 7 p.m. It's at D Piazza's in Long Beach.
Oh yeah, I did see that. There's a bunch of good bands on that one too.
Yep. I was going to say, damn, they're playing twice in the same place. No, they just posted it twice. They're playing with the Whitecaps and Barking Irons at Fitzgerald's Irish Pub. So if you can get to see bands like this in venues like that,
oh yeah,
it's a fucking definite bonus, you know.
Well, it's more intimate too, and the crowds get great because it's their hometown, so the energy is really good.
They're from Fullerton, right?
They're from all over
kind of
area.
all over Southern California,
Orange County.
But again, I never the original. Oh, this is not a way to say it. The band that play as the Adolescents now, right? I don't know who they are. I don't know the people in the band. I might know a name or two, right? I don't know. Again, I need these fuckers sitting in front of me, so I can get answers to the questions. You know, I want to know if they hate each other, if they want to fight the fuck out of each other.
I know there was animosity for a while, but I don't know. That's something we got to ask them. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna. And then I'm gonna get you to try and book a show with the Adolescents and the Radolescents.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen. I don't think so.
And have the Radolescents as the fucking headliners.
Are you gonna be the referee?
I'm not gonna be a referee. No, I'm gonna be the MC on the stage. They can start throwing shit at me and you.
Yeah, like in Ventura.
Yeah. So yeah. There's a lot of good stuff going on at that fucking theater.
Oh, I know. I saw
JP's
list and I was like, wow, there's some good stuff.
Yeah, I got to fucking get back up there. That's for fucking
Did I
sure.
see Flogging Molly on there?
Flogging Molly's on there, yeah. I haven't bought a Flogging Molly album for fucking years. They got big and I don't know how big they got, except for I do know that the last time I saw tickets for them about 2 years ago, they were headlining the Forum, right? So if you're headlining the Forum, they don't put bands on who ain't going to sell tickets in places like that. I just didn't realize they got that big because I've always gone to see them at the House of Blues and places like that.
You know, when we went to that place, and it was a British pub for St. Patrick's Day. No, what was it for?
For New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve.
Fucking hell.
I'm not even drinking. Yeah, for New Year's Eve, the band that was on stage, it was an Irish band, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
I think it was Irish.
Normally they put an Irish-American band.
Yeah, it was an
on
Irish
there.
band, and they stopped the show and they said that Flogging Molly they used to open up for Flogging Molly at the Doll Hut all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Very.
Years ago.
Must have been fucking years ago.
To see them in a tiny little place like that would be rad.
I consider, what do you consider a small place? What do you consider a place where you now go, nah, that's big. It's too big for what I really want to go see.
Like, is the Forum still around? Those places, Staples Centers, like
Still around.
Forum, yeah. Because I remember when I was younger, going to concerts at the Forum, Staples Center, big places like that. I don't want to go to a big arena and see concerts anymore. I'm spoiled.
I just got tickets to go see David Byrne.
Where?
The Shrine Auditorium.
That one's a cool place. It's not too big. And it's cool because it's old looking and everything.
I've never been.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll like it. You'll like it a lot. It's classy.
And then I got my girl Ozzy Osbourne tickets at the Hollywood Bowl.
I saw that.
Damn, I'm jealous.
Go get some. There's
I
plenty
need
about.
to see that shit, yeah.
You know, I've never seen Ozzy. And again, you talk about what's too big. What's the too big a venue? And then you go, I fucking love the Hollywood Bowl. I love it because it's the Hollywood Bowl. There's an atmosphere there that you don't get anywhere else in the world. Anywhere. You've been to the Bowl, Kat?
Plenty of times.
So to me, it's like, yeah, there's some things that are a fucking nightmare. Don't drive and park there, whatever you do.
No.
You know,
But if you do it right, you can picnic and I like the Hollywood Bowl too. It's
you
nice.
know what?
Yeah.
And I
you
didn't
get a hotel
realize
by there. And
I didn't realize the picnic area next door, right? That you can go in there and take your full blown fucking champagne,
Yes.
your beer, and your fucking
People do. They bring their picnic baskets and their wine.
Everything.
And, yep.
They looked at me funny because I took a foam throwaway picnic basket.
Was it like a foam ice chest?
Yeah, foam ice chest. I I didn't want to carry shit around. I didn't have a car. I had a fucking
You know what?
Uber.
Though? That's a good idea.
You know?
Just throw it in the trash.
You just fucking
You
put it by the
wasteful
trash
person,
can.
you.
Yeah. No. I put it next to the recycle
Someone else can
fucking
reuse
trash
it.
can.
Someone will come and pick it up and reuse it. Oh, that's a perfectly good ice
Yeah.
chest they put there.
Fucking hell. You know what? The ice chest costs $5. The champagne costs 25. You know.
Yep, there you go.
So I'm going to see David Byrne, Talking Heads, and I like what he's fucking the way he put it out there. You know exactly what you're getting because he's. There was a preface. There was a page of him writing what the show's going to be about, and you know you're getting his new stuff as David Byrne, his brand new stuff. You know you're getting David Byrne
We've spoken
solo,
about this before with other bands,
right? And you know you're getting old Talking Heads. You know it. He told you. Right? And we do talk about it because, again, it's David Byrne. The man is a fucking legend, right? I'd be disappointed to go and see a legend and not know a single song he was singing.
Very true.
You know?
You'd be like, why am I
Tell
here?
me. Let me make that decision. Do I want to pay my money to see you sing your new stuff? Or would I rather buy your new CD and get to know it and then maybe, you
Depends
know?
on how much you like it. Like the band or the person. Depends. If it's someone that you've always, but then you can be crushed and disappointed.
Crushed.
You can if it's totally different than something that you haven't heard.
I tell you when I was crushed.
When?
Fucking Paul Weller.
See?
Fucking punk rock masturbation. That was right there. That was him stroking his own for an hour and a half.
And you were probably really excited to go to that show, right?
Oh God! And here's what made it worse. I was going on a Friday fucking night. And on TV that night was a documentary of the Damned called, I think it was called All the Young Ideas or whatever the fucking line is in that song. I forget what it is now. About the young idea, right? And it was a documentary all about it. And I'm sitting there watching it. And they start interviewing old punks from my fucking hometown. And I go, oh, fucking, I'm playing the Jam. And I go down there and it was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me, Mr. fucking Weller? You know? Yep. And I don't think, I think you can get a true reaction from what the crowd's doing, you know? Simple as that.
If they're walking out, then, well, you know.
Well, might as well.
I didn't walk out and I wanted to, and I didn't because I was hoping. Just hoping.
Oh, that's why you were crushed, because you kept hanging on to the very last bit, so you couldn't hang on anymore.
Yeah, like when, you know, like a bad relationship.
You didn't want to give it up.
You know, and the next song comes on, you go, nah, the next, it's going to be...
that's so sad, Dutchie.
Yeah, it didn't get any fucking better.
How much were
You
those?
eventually had to let go.
Oh, fuck, I don't know how much tickets were for that shit. You know how it goes. They fucking... Things get expensive, and it's what it was. It was down at the Fox Theatre in Pomona, so...
Oh, yeah.
It was good. Fuck it. Let's go off the beaten track and fucking play some Talking Heads, shall we?
ChaoticRadio.com. Beautiful Disaster. Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ. Myself, Cat Monroe, Andrew from Seth Black. Back to the sun.
You might get what you're after. Cool, babies. Strange but not a stranger. I'm an ocean America. Burning down the house. Hold tight. Wait till the party's over. Hold tight. We're in for nasty weather. There has got to be a way. Burning down the house. It's so quick to pack your bags. Time for jumping overboard. Transportation is here. Close enough but not too far. Maybe you know where you are. Fighting fire with fire. Always. You might need a rainbow. Shading down. Dreams walking in broad daylight. 365 degrees. Burning down the house. It was once upon a place. Sometimes I listen to myself. All I'm coming first place. People on their way to love it, baby. What do you expect? All I'm bursting to flame.
Don't wanna hurt nobody. Some things should and sweep me off my feet. Burning down the house. No visible means of support, and you have not seen nothing there. Everything stuck together. I don't know what you expect staring into the TV set. Fighting fire with fire.
ChaoticRadio.com is a 24/7 internet radio station.
Very clever.
Find us at www.chaoticradio.com and click Listen Now. Or download the Live 365 app from the iPhone and Android App Store. Search for Chaotic Radio and enjoy.
Throw my hormones in a rage, now I won't be going home. Tie me up and give me slam, let me pet your pussycat. That chicken right on top. Bang, bang, pussycat, lights out, well, yeah. Bang, bang, pussycat, lights out, ain't no shame.
Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control now. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. Johnny's got a problem, he's out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. He's got static on the brain, out of control now. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. Got static on the brain. Chipping every day, chipping deeper and deeper. His girl, she looks like a choo-choo train. I don't know what you're trying to do, John. Looks to me like you got no brains, cause we used to look up to you. Johnny's got a problem. He's out of control, he's got static on the brain. Out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. He's got static on the brain. Chipping every day, chipping for the kipper. Chipping on down the line. Doesn't really matter who you take with you, just as long as Johnny feels fine, cause we used to look up to you. Johnny's got a problem. He's out of control, he's got static on the brain. Out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. He's got static on the brain. To look up to you. Johnny's got a problem. He's out of control, he's got static on the brain. Out of control. We used to look up to you. Johnny's got a problem. He's out of control, he's got static on the brain. Out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. He's got static on the brain. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control. Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com, a beautiful disaster. Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Kat Monroe. We have Andrew from Set Blasters back there in sound, and a few of the Radolescents just stepped into studio. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi. Go for it. I'm John O'Donovan. I play. No, I'm not really. Go for it, John.
I'm Casey Royer. I play with myself.
Dude, you are? I love your drumming. You play drums now again? Dude, that's cool. Is it hard? I mean, compared to singing,
moment.
compared to your usual singing
It's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, that's my life's in the middle. No, actually, that's not Casey Royer. It is
J.O.D.
Which one are you again? You're not Rick, because Rick's calling in.
I'm the other one.
You're the other one. Oh, yeah. The one that, the other guitar player. I remember you. Dude, I'm in a band with you, I think.
I'm kind of over on the side.
Sorry, guys. Kat, and Dutchie, we're not talking to you anymore. But you know what? It's all good. Our singer, Frank Agnew Jr., who is younger than us.
You got to get close to it, Frank.
Get to it, Frank. Say something, Frank.
What's up?
And he's really quiet, reserved, but he's a great front man. I mean, he's got some pizzazz and stuff. And John, you're a great guitar player. And actually, my name is Casey Royer. I am playing drums for it, and I just kind of mess around. Yeah, boy, thank you.
Awesome.
You know what? It takes one to know one.
This is true.
even though you don't play drums. You play great guitar. But
I
if
play
it takes one to know one in that respect, I don't know what I'm talking about either. Because I'm a singer and a drummer. I like to yell and hit stuff. I guess is apparently my vice.
What's the name of the band?
The band's called. What are we called again? It's the Queen. It's the Queen's Orchestra. The Queen's Orchestra.
The Queen's Radolescents.
The Queen of Lessons.
It doesn't make it easy. Just fucking grab someone else's T-shirt. Well, not your own, but someone else, and just scribble an R on it. And they're good. They're fucking great.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Check it out. The story behind the Radolescents is like we were talking about. It's kind of weird. I love Tony and the new Adolescents, but it's not really 50% even the Adolescents, right? So I'm all, that's not fair. Rick, you wrote the songs and I was a drummer and stuff. Let's just rock and have a band called, do a new version. My buddy Ted Hadzinski standing next to us while we're at a DI show at the Doll Hut one night. I think Kat was there. And we're going, I was excited because we had a practice with John O'Donovan, and then Frank Jr. and Dan Colburn, our bass player. We had a practice and it was fantastic, by the way, but I was trying to name the band, and all of a sudden my friend Ted's standing there, and I'm all like, dude, I'm playing with Rick again. We had a practice, and it's rad, but we don't know what to call the band.
Oh, God.
And he just flew right into the Radolescents, and I'm all like, dude.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I thought you made it up.
No. Well, I was there when he said it.
Well, we all.
So we're
That's perfect, though. And it's perfect because you guys are rad, too.
I know, it was fun.
Right?
We're just fucking around with punk rock is just supposed to be fun anyway. You know what I mean? It's just not supposed to be any kind of, I'm cool, you're cool, not cool, or do I know you? Do you know me? Do we know each other?
No, it's about having fun.
It is fun.
It is kind of cool. So that's where the name came from. JOD was in the Adolescents prior to me when they had how many months were the Adolescents together prior to?
Part of a year, something like that.
Like about a year before the Adolescents got together. I must have been in
Detours.
The Detours.
And Rick was in Detours. Remember we shared the chicken coop.
Okay, Detours were before Adolescents, just before Adolescents.
What's the timeline? What year about was that?
It was 80.
1980.
Yeah. So we shared a studio we called the Chicken Coop.
Right in Placentia.
It was.
There's
other bands because I've heard of other bands speak of it too. I thought
I think that might have been a different Chicken Coop, right? Because
was there a few of them?
Must have been.
Well, it's about one of those places we jammed where there apparently were birds about. So yeah, there was an early Adolescence for about a month or something, really small before we broke up. Well, actually, I remember.
Well,
I kicked Mike Ness out of Social Distortion. Remember, I was singing. I was singing.
You kicked him out of Social Distortion.
I kicked Mike Ness out of SD, and I was singing. Rick was playing drums. Agnew, Frank Agnew was playing guitar. Tim Mag was playing second guitar. This was prior to the Rich Sung Himself EP, and a long lost friend, Mark Garrett, played originally bass for the original first Social Distortion. So he was never, Mike kind of said he made up SD in 79 and he didn't, let anybody know that I made it up kind of in 77. So, through the Facebook.
Wow, that's a good thing to know. That's a nice little fact.
Through Facebook, it saw us playing gigs, but prior to 79, when I was my first year of college in 78. And they're all like, how did that happen? It's obvious he was, a little confused about who made his band up.
I think my first punk gig was a SD
but I love Mike.
Show in the alley down between Wilshire and Chapman.
In Fullerton, right?
Yeah, it was in an alley in a garage facing out into the alley.
Dude, when SD was together back in the day,
they had a.
It was like we played parties only. There was no place to have our gigs because we were just too totally out of control, unaccepted, just fucking troublemakers. Pretty much troublemakers. They're all, you're not coming into our club. What? Because we're just literally
things are gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, things are gonna get fucked up.
I know.
So that's when the Cuckoo's Nest and like the Mask up in Los Angeles with Brendan Muller.
There's a lot of people.
And him and Jerry Roach down at the Cuckoo's Nest had the first clubs that started facilitating punk rock. But before that, like early days, we just played around Fullerton and stuff and just parties.
Backyard parties.
Well, that's kind of how all the OC punks got together. There's all these parties. There was SD, the Mechanics. There was
Agent Orange was right down Yorba Linda Boulevard.
Women,
Richard hung himself under the Placentia Water Tower.
Yeah.
When you drive down the 57, look at that water tower on your right.
Yeah.
And you will notice.
Who was Richard?
Richard Reyes was just a buddy of ours that went to gigs and, smoked pot with us and just was one of the crew. He's a good dude, kind of messed up because he did a lot of coke and really pushed it to the limits, a lot of LSD.
I think Frankie might be feeling left out, but he wasn't born at the time.
Frankie's a baby.
Let's talk to Frank.
He's got a baby.
I'm a babbler. So Frank, when you were like a baby, when the adolescents,
you can move that mic down because if you're that fucking lazy, you're going to sleep against the wall. Just move the white mic to you. There you go, bro.
It might not be lazy.
You know, he knew.
I'm a little lazy.
He knew Amoeba before Amoeba was recorded from his
How old are you?
Embryo man.
31.
Fuck off. You're younger than that.
He has a baby face. He
I'm
does
31.
have baby
Yeah?
face.
Yeah, I think he's cheating up. I think he's younger than that.
Oh, look,
So I mean, it's a fucking totally fucking he does that. I could do that when I was fucking 14. But you're a totally different generation, you know. And stepping in and being part of this, what's that fucking like?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, I mean, I've been a fan of the band before I was even in the band, and
I was going to say, you probably heard this stuff all your life.
Pretty much, yeah. And I mean, I was covering these songs when I was like in 7th grade and stuff with my own little punk bands. And
well, Rick Agnew was his uncle, and Frank Agnew was his father.
Still is.
Well,
I can say
I hope so.
I'm past tense.
How is that growing up like that?
That's pretty cool. You know, I get to hear all the stories, and you know,
too many.
There could never be too many stories.
It's just loves stories.
Oh, fucking hell.
I might have accidentally told him a couple over at the
accidentally.
We're definitely bad influences in a good way.
How can you be a bad influence in a good way? Can be a good influence.
Well, it's
in a bad
throwing
way.
out the bad. Well, it's like Richard Hung Himself. It's like a dark, negative, kind of creepy song. But there's kids that have said like, "Wow, thanks for letting me know that heroin can kill me," and I live to carry on to carry that story.
How soon after it happened did you write this song? Or was it almost instant?
I get it all the time. I get all kinds of crazy feedback all the time. Like
when he did that, when he hung himself, how quickly did you write that song afterwards?
Oh, right after.
Right, it was right there, and
yeah, we used to write songs immediately upon what was happening.
What was happening at the time, and did you get a lot of shit for it?
He wrote the song and then he cut him down.
I did.
Oh my God!
Sorry.
Wow.
That was the inspiration. He just pulled up a chair underneath and just swung him a little bit.
It was a sad, weird, disturbing kind of time, but you know, it was just like really strange, you know, because it was we just wrote the song just about just about what happened. And
that's a way of venting and getting it out too, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's like therapy.
Catharsis, is that what it is? Psychological. I took psychology in college. It was screwed me up.
Didn't you write that when you were still with the Adolescents, right? Because that was supposed to be on Welcome to Reality.
Yeah, the Adolescents.
There's a version of it.
You know
like
what?
that?
You know what? We recorded. Richard Hung Himself a version of it when we did up in Pendragon, the very first Adolescents Blue record, which all of us do play again in our show, and. It was just a last minute kind of thing because it just happened before we recorded the Adolescents record. And so it was just I kind of figured it out. I wrote it on upside down bass, which is, I write all my songs on upside down.
I think I've heard you say that before.
Yeah,
why do you do that?
Well, I write songs on guitars and stuff now, but I don't know because it was upside down and there was one around. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. So,
so there's nothing technical for it or anything, right?
Yeah, and I'm left-handed, so it's kind of weird. What was the question again?
Now I understand why all that shit's so difficult to play.
Why? When? So many avenues to run into. It's just out of control. No, but we wrote that song about Richard, and the Adolescents recorded it at Pendragon, where the Adolescents with Tom Wilson, rest in peace, who passed away about 3-4 years ago, an older guy that did the Adolescents record, produced it with Mike Patton, or he engineered it, Mike produced it. And so Richard Hung Himself was kind of in its early stages, and we did we tracked Richard Hung Himself the same day or weekend that we did the Adolescents Blue record it was in Sun Valley off Pendragon Lane. It was called Perspective Sound or Perspective Sound. And so we ate brain tacos off a taco truck before we went to record.
Oh my God!
And you know why? Because we thought we made it smarter. It thought we made it smarter.
Are you serious?
Maybe it did.
Yeah, because we're eating brains. Brains are smart. It's going to be smarter. So we did back to Frankie's idea.
Took the power.
We did that. We did record Richard Hung Himself.
Is there a version?
I haven't heard it yet. I don't know.
It's got to be somewhere.
No, there's a version. It's on the demo.
It's on YouTube. It's on the demo, and
like the
one of the extra Adolescent tracks. I'm on half.
Naughty Women.
Naughty Women. And, yeah, you're on that one too.
Sandy Hansen did some recording and stuff when I kind of parted off and went with DI at that time, so I think he's on that Adolescents record too. But that's how Richard Hung Himself got recorded.
So do you play that in your set now?
What's that? Richard Hung Himself?
Yeah.
Oh, for the last like 40 years, yeah.
No. I know you do with DI, but do you guys as the Radolescents?
No.
You guys play only the Blue album, right?
We never
Blue album in the first EP
because they never played the Adolescents forever.
We're gonna take a phone call, but I'm just warning every motherfucker who's listening. We got really bad. We're waiting for the phone company to come out. Last week, someone cut the fucking cable on the roof. We couldn't do a live show.
Literally cut it.
Fucking literally, a construction crew just went fuck you
right before our show.
Right?
I thought they were trying to rob you or kidnap you or something.
No, they just wanted to get us off the air. I think it was one of those other radio fucking stations.
Maybe.
Hey, John, good thing we didn't leave our fingerprints.
Yeah.
Right.
So put him on through. Who do we have on the air?
Hello.
Hello.
Chaotic Radio.
Yes, this is Chaotic Radio. What's up?
Hey, this is Jason. I want to talk to my friends.
Oh no.
Do you know who this is?
Yeah, it's a stalker.
Is he gone already?
He won't stop following us and trying to join our bands and stuff.
Are you serious?
He might have cut the phone lines.
Yeah, he might have cut the phone lines on you guys.
Is he still there? Or did he
Jason,
go?
are you a stalker?
Jason, JP said he's dangerous. He's dangerous. He's dangerous.
Oh, wait a minute. I know who this is.
Oh, it's Jason.
Jason.
Oh, different guy.
Not the stalker?
Yes.
How's it going, Jay?
It's Jason of
Casey was getting nervous.
the stained glass window
I made all that up.
that we worship.
I bet
that was a different Jason.
You know what? They didn't even get their phone lines cut. That was just
this
another
is
thing they made up.
This is Narcoleptic Youth Jason.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, the Shredder.
And you know what? He plays
AKA
piano.
the Shredder.
We should let him talk, or should we not? I'm not really quite sure. I think he's a neat guy. I love Jason. I think Jason looks good with a beard, dressed like a clown. How about you?
I like it.
I like it when Jason plays piano and
Ginger.
sings on YouTube. He's an exhibitionist kind of on that station there.
Kind of.
Well, he's
How
kind
are
of cool,
you?
but I love him and all the stuff he does.
Oh, I'm good. I just wanted to call in and say hi to my friends.
Dude, hello, Jay. How are you,
working?
brother?
Are you getting paid for calling in?
No, I'm at home.
Oh,
chilling
right
with
on.
my cat.
With your collection of guitars also?
Yes.
Hey, do you remember when we played the punk rock picnic out there at the Long Beach Marina Fairgrounds?
Oh, that's right. We all three were there.
We were
That's
all
right.
three, me, John, and you.
That's
were on that
right.
stage together.
Clowning. That
That's
was
when I had a
great.
red beard.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
And how about when we threw out that like 200 pounds of
That was
popcorn in this
incredible
giant
amount of
refrigerator crate
popcorn.
box? That was
Yeah,
giant.
they pretty much destroyed that.
That could have killed
What
somebody.
was that?
What was that?
That could have killed
Was that
somebody.
the
That's
cat?
the phone lines.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That was our aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time,
Aliens.
Jay. You really killed it. I mean, that was really cool. And you're still playing in Narcoleptic Youth, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are killing it. Joey Bondage with the
Yeah.
X on his eyes.
Right.
Girls love you guys now.
Everybody loves them.
I love you. I love you. And I'm barely, leaning toward the transvestite era in my life.
Yeah.
And I still love you.
Narcoleptic
Yeah.
Youth is rad.
I like you
Yeah.
guys. We're playing
I feel.
are we playing with you guys? DI's playing out there in Riverside at MTL. Aren't you on that billing?
I don't.
That's on the 3rd
don't
of
think
March.
so.
No, not really. Well, life is good,
I'm not
Jason.
good
Life
with
is good.
dates.
God, your daughters. I remember when you were a little punk rock weirdo. It was great. Days were great. Hanging around Pier Records down in Laguna Beach with Vince Munn. And,
with Vince.
Vince is great. Vince is cruising around, but Pier Records had a big impact on us in Southern California. It was a kind of a head shop record store in Newport Beach where we'd all just kind of like go before we serve.
When did that close?
It closed in like 2000, I think.
Last time I was there was when we did that TV show with the clowns and the clown bus and the.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did we did the boat, not the Bozo Ball. Oh, we did the Casey Royer show in
Yes,
Newport.
that was
the Space Monkey Smoke Shop.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That was a different one.
That was a different filming,
yeah.
but Newport's so cool. It's so fun to get down there and just.
You're still in Newport a lot,
and
aren't
kick
you?
it. I moved to Costa Mesa up the hill, but it's only
okay.
a mile away from the water, so I could still paddle, get to the beach without.
I'm
really...
pretty sure that Casey is the only person who talks more than Dutchie.
Yes.
No, God, I even forgot you were there. So what are you doing with yourself? No.
Dutchie laughed in the other room.
No, let's go to the Jason JP Sin. We'll just call him because it's a cool Facebook trendy thing. Hashtag this
JP Sin.
Jason.
It's really funny that everyone calls me that now.
Really? When they see you in person, they say, "Hey, JP
Yeah, they're
Sin."
like JP Sin.
You know what? Ted, our friend, had back surgery, so I was at this gig, and everybody came up and said, "How's Ted?" And I didn't know these people. Oh my God! Here'd you hear that?
Oh, because it was a different name.
Yeah, it was queer. Queer is a $3 bill. But you know what? Okay, Jason, when's Narcoleptic Youth playing next?
We're playing March 3rd. In San Bernardino.
We're battling each other on that draw.
Same day.
Yeah, well, we're far away.
Oh no! We're playing in DI on the 3rd is playing at SkateCom in Arizona.
Oh, then that's
yeah.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah,
dude, I'll be okay.
This is going to be a different area. Yeah.
Different area. Yeah, I don't
a little
think
bit farther.
It's not going to pull the draw one way or another.
We're playing March 10th in Pomona.
Oh, Pomona.
Playing
so the
March
night before
25th in LA.
There you go.
Come on, son, speed it up. Speed it up. Let's get going now.
Dead air,
For
no
Matt's
dead air.
birthday party.
Where can we find some narcoleptic youth like information to buy a shirt? Do you have a .com or anything going on?
Oh, don't go there. I'm not done. No, I refuse to do that shit.
That's right.
Fuck it. Just, in this day and age, don't even anyone fucking says you can find us. Fuck off. You can get the fuck out of my studio.
That's right.
If you want to find a band's music, go fucking find it.
You can call Dutchie's house.
Okay, everybody call Dutchie's house.
Give out his private number.
He lives in Rancho Cucamonga.
Yep. Here's the number, 909-360. Fuck off.
Or you go get him at work.
We love all of our bands.
You get him at work and it says Dutchie wears an apron.
Don't be jealous.
I'm not. I love it.
I come and see you at lunchtime to get me sandwiches. So fuck off.
No, I quit. I live off music now. I haven't.
You're a superstar now. You're back to where you used to be.
You don't have to make sandwiches anymore.
It's kind of cool, yeah. Between the bands and stuff, and it's really cool to be able to have the new generation of kind of internet crew relate to us through the intervention of the knowledge.
You like that?
It's bitching, man. The dads are there, the kids are there, the grandmas are there, the retards are there. I love retarded people.
I brought my son to the video shoot.
Is he retarded?
I was just going to say, as soon as you mentioned that, and by the way,
2 against 1, your son's retarded, 2 against 1, majority.
I think you mean on
it's
the spectrum.
cognitively challenged.
I thought it was on the spectrum.
No,
or retarded, whatever.
You said kids and I'm a little bit slow. That's what happened.
Well, kids, 2 against 1, majority. I'm sorry, your son.
I know you're busy because my little tiny drunk band out to get a new singer because he's out there singing all the time.
Little tiny drunk band?
Yeah.
Is that the band I was in for a while?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Oh, boy. Robbie's playing another band right now, I hear. Rob?
Yeah, Robbie plays in an 80s band and dresses even gayer than he
God,
does.
how weird is the world, Dutchie? I mean, we
He already had the 80s glasses.
Schmoly.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can't believe it. The world's really weird because there's nothing really new. It's like I saw a Kurt Cobain cover band and I'm all like, remember that one? We played with that band.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
Nirvana. Hey, you're not even close, Nirvana, you fuckers.
And then we get up there
terrible.
We fucked up shit because they thought they were really, Nirvana.
Shit, Ron.
But you're a music man, right? You don't care. You have fucking fun. Like
always.
You're pure energy. And I tell you, I went to the Punk in Drublic on the beach back in October.
Oh, that's what
and it was
dandy.
It was a great setup. I mean,
wow.
You buy the VIP tickets, because the bands don't give me freebies anymore, right? So I get the VIPs.
Oh.
You get the free beers. It's fucking great atmosphere, except for when you got to the stage, the first, I'm going to say 3 or 4 bands just bored everybody to tears.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker gets up there. And the moment, I mean, your personality is something else. No matter where you are, whether you're sitting here in a station, whether we're fucking having a beer in a bar, doesn't matter. You got this electric fucking energy. And you kicked off that fucking event. You kicked it off, and it stayed there for the rest of the day.
Unreal show.
It was unfucking believable. And I've seen you play with DI a bunch of times. But
we sang with the Dickies too that day.
Yeah, I got to sing with the
that was
Dickies.
where I was going because but that's not why. But that was fucking hilarious. That they call Stan and say, "Well, where the fuck are you?" And he's like, "No, where the fuck are you? I'm on Malibu Beach and I can't find the event."
Oh no, wrong beach.
Not just the wrong beach, the wrong fucking county, the wrong fucking,
that's way
almost the
north.
wrong fucking state.
The wrong direction.
Wow, yeah, that's way far.
Nobody
Malibu.
here.
Yeah.
Malibu.
Yeah, so Casey got to sing for the
10
Dickies.
minutes
That was
before they were going on stage.
Unbelievably fun, man. I couldn't believe it's a dream come true. Even though I did sing for the Dickies once in 1982 at the Hollywood Palladium when Leonard didn't show up for the sound check, and everybody's on stage going ding ding ding.
Oh, that's right. It was not
you
fucking
sang for
Stan.
them
It was
then?
Leonard. What the fuck was that?
But I got to cover for Leonard that time, and they said Leonard's here. They thought it was him because I love the Dickies. You know what I mean? And but at that Punk and Drublic beer, Punk and Brews and Punk Rock thing. One of the most unreal shows in Orange County. There was 12,000 deep, and everyone pretty peaceful, like pick you up punkers.
Yeah.
And it was just
Could have used
amazing.
a couple more restrooms.
It was pretty cool. A couple
Just
more
a
restrooms.
few.
Yeah, people are wetting their pants all over the place. But that's punk. Why not?
Yeah, I
Just
missed that
go.
show.
If you're really punk, you'd know how to get straight to the front of the restaurant. There was no line for this
If you're
fucker.
really punk, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't have restrooms. Right?
Especially when the women are cocking it up against the side of it.
Right. Or just put your hot dog in a cup and just like be really good at acting and pretend you're talking.
But see,
is
that what you do, Casey?
you can do that. You can do that.
At that show, you didn't sing with the Dickies. You fronted the Dickies for that show.
That was
pretty
fun.
much.
That was really good.
And you got to give them the fucking big up on them because they're put in a position 10 minutes before they're going on stage with no fucking singer.
What do we do?
And you can't pull out.
Yeah, I know. There's no way to go. That's just a blow at big time. Yeah.
And what a great fucking job. And what totally different, total fucking fun.
I know. There's a person online on it's a YouTube thing. You know, there's different every singer that sang for the whole show's covered.
Listen to the deep breathing on the phone.
I hear him heavy breathing. I was going to say.
I think he's getting off.
Jesus Christ.
He's enjoying the show a little too much.
A little bit too much.
I hear that.
No, but the
video feed or something?
The person taking the video was like just talking while they were filming, and then Fat Mike sang one song, Manny Moan Jack, and then I covered like 4 songs, and they said. It was so cute to hear them talking about how cool this is because there's Mike and then Casey jumps up and she's all, this is cool. This is a one in a kind.
So she was talking.
Yeah, she was talking while the filming was going on, and I'm all like, wow, that is so cool hearing someone's depiction of what was going on, which was a total mess.
She was narrating
and saying this is kind of groovy the way all these guest singers are rolling through, and it was really a good time. And then Bad Religion, No Effects, and the whole party was really cool. I mean,
and I don't think anyone complained. In fact, it was the opposite. When Leonard didn't show, obviously there's got to be disappointment. Right. However, if you're a punk and you're in a crowd in Southern California, the chances are you've seen the Dickies a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Right. So the fact that we got to see all the guest singers to do it and do the full set and survive it and come out it was fucking great.
That's like a treat.
That's not going to happen again, probably.
That's a rare thing, yeah.
Well, I think that's what somebody said. The girl that was critiquing it said this is a real treat.
Yeah,
seeing
that's
all
why I
the
always
bands.
said the same thing. That's a treat.
It was pretty cool.
I missed it.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. Right on the beach, Huntington, on the sand. And dude, there was waves in the morning, punk in the afternoon, like within a mile from my band.
Did you surf that day?
Not that day. Not that day.
You are a big surfer, though, right?
Yeah. I jump in the water a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's therapeutic.
It is. I haven't gone in a while. I need
It
to.
is good.
Yeah.
The salt water is good for the human
for
body. You know what I mean?
everything,
That's they
water is
determined the
cold
fountain
right
of youth.
now.
The fountain of youth was determined that the natives got in the salt water more often because they lived in a kind of a tropical area. So there's where fishing, swimming, washing. They were salt people. And
Jason, are you a surfer?
No, but I live at the beach.
Oh, Jason's there still.
Didn't you hear him?
Heavy breathing.
There was some serious heavy
I
breathing.
thought that was one of you guys.
No.
No, Jason's a thrill seeker. He surfs with sharks, piranha, everything around
Wait, you
him.
surf with sharks. There's all kinds of sharks out there.
There are sharks out there.
Yeah, I was going out for a while, and you're out there, and all of a sudden you feel something, you go, I better get back in.
Yeah. Jason, you got some fins, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You like to body surf more or surf or what?
I'll body surf and maybe a boogie board a little bit.
Do you get pitted?
Do you get beat up? Do you get
I get sand
rad?
kicked in my face.
Do you get gnarly slammed into the shore break and eat sand?
They call me poser and kick sand in my face.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've seen him eat.
Oh, now
sand.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
Closest
Sand shitting Jason. we used to call him. Check it out. Jason's shit's
Was
like
Dutchie kicking the sand?
Dutchie hasn't ever touched salt water, I don't think. Have you?
I live on a fucking island. What are you talking about? England, come on.
That's right. Just like
Dutchie
Ross.
wants to go surfing, though. Yeah, like Ross.
Ross at GBH is part of
He
Hawaiian.
promised he'd teach me, didn't you?
He's like, I'm Hawaiian, but he talks faster because he sounds Scottish. I swear to God, he just goes.
Ross? Yes, he does speak very
Yeah, he
fast.
sounds like Waddy. God, interview those guys at the same time, and you in the mix.
Oh my God! Yeah. I'll just walk out of the room. Yeah.
So Frankie Agnew, growing up, where's the furthest back memory you remember of growing up with around the adolescents, like Rick playing guitar, maybe naked in the bathroom, or something weird?
I don't know about that. I remember I think it was my third or fourth birthday, and they were leaving for tour, and I remember them having a motorhome, and
oh, that was after me. Yeah. No, another story.
Yes. They didn't have the motorhome when you were with them.
I know. I'm in DI. I just got to go. No, but so what happened, Rick? I mean, they made out or something?
No, they just saw me shove a bunch of cake in my face, and then they took off.
Cake, just like full sugar freak and shit like that.
Yeah, I was going crazy.
That's why me and you smoke so much marijuana.
Cakes, brownies.
Annie brownies.
God, we ate brownies today.
Yeah, we did.
Why didn't you save me, Annie?
I got one. You want a brownie?
One more
I can't eat it now. No,
Dude, check it out. I baked these sinister brownies,
You baked
right?
them?
Yeah, I baked them.
Oh, maybe I'll have a little piece to take home.
They've got some Shirley Temple pixie dust in it. You know.
Wow. Okay.
I feel it. You know. I feel a little bit.
Dust.
Well, I ate 2 big brownies, right? I swear to God, we're not making this up. And they're really good. They taste kind of like grass, like lawn. What do you think, Frank? Well, how was the flavor of your brownie?
Pretty grassy and sugary.
Did you have an effect? Do you have an effect right now from it?
Yeah.
I think I'm still falling asleep.
Isn't that weird? It's like kind of sleepy, but kind of like you're kind of interested again.
I thought that was just you. You were just like that naturally. But
well, I am pretty much, but this is times 2.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com. Beautiful disaster. Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Andrew back there in sound, and we have Radolescents live in studio.
Needle stabbed into the walls. The executioner's curtain call. Fighting back, he found his life drowning, and there was no way up. 'Cause Richard hung himself. Richard hung himself.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna get going.
The other day, Jesus Cotton pushed him on the shelf. He thought he'd find a better way with slashing and stabbing and maiming and ramming. Death room with black curtains where his clothes once lied. The roof kicked out and the rope tied to the rafters. A quick kick of the chair and it's all through. If Richie only knew. 'Cause Richard hung himself. Richard hung himself. It happened just the other day. Jesus Cotton put him on the shelf. He thought he'd find a better way with needles, injecting and shooting subcutaneously. His life suddenly flashed right before his eyes. What a swinging guy, turning gray with mold. This is when he died. Give it up, throw it all away. Boiling acid bath, pulmonary wrath. Feel a pulling surge, it won't let you go. Throw it all away. Throw it all away. Room, Richard won't come out to play, 'cause Richie hung himself the other day. Oh, how the years seem to fly by. Is death the final high? 'Cause Richard hung himself. Richard hung himself. It happened just the other day. Jesus Cotton pushed him off the shelf. He thought he'd find a better way with learning and stabbing and ripping and stabbing and treading and stabbing and shredding and stabbing and ripping and tearing and tagging and maiming and taking the body God gave to you. I gotta get out. What do I do? Die. Just to name a few. 'Cause Richard hung himself. 'Cause Richie swung himself. Richard strung himself. The needle stung himself. It pushed him off the shelf. 'Cause Richard hung himself.
Your answer is non sequitur.
It's raw, it's uncensored, it's live 24/7. It's chaoticradio.com.
I'm just a victim of society's love. No ass, no head, time to go home, jack off instead. No mind, no kind, but right to tell you my memory is blind. No way, can I live in a world this gay? No way! No way! No class, no job. I'm just a victim of society's love. No ass, no head. Got the whole jack off instead. No mind, no kind. The brain is jelly, yeah, my memory is blind. No way, can I live in a world this gay? No way! No way! We are scientists in our lab, looking through the microscope. The little glass sides, they never lie. How can this light cope? I've never seen anything like it before. This amoeba's got a mind of its own. But don't turn your back to stupid science world. This is reaching for the telephone. Creature, one cell thing, hardly knows it's alive. You're better off dead if you only knew your growing life's taking a dive. I've never seen anything like it before. This amoeba's got a mind of its own. But don't turn away, you stupid science world. This is reaching for the telephone.
Category.com. That was Amoeba by the Adolescents, and we have the Radolescents.
No, that wasn't the Adolescents. That was DI. Do that right?
You know, DI's done a version of that on on one of the records on Cleopatra.
Why did you steal so many of those songs?
Well, we just wrote it. We thought
that one was sung by the Adolescents.
Yeah, that was a real version that we did. And
no, but that wasn't not my point, Kat. My point is
originally.
Why do so many people think that DI sing that song? Was it because you stole it?
I just carried it on through my career because me and Rick wrote the song with a couple people had influence on it with us. but we just played it because me and Rick have been playing together.
Did Rick give you permission?
Since Social Distortion Adolescence, we just carried it onto DI.
This is your song, that's why.
Yeah, because we wrote it. You know what I mean? There's science class in Troy High School.
Is that one of your favorite songs?
Is it true that you? It's all right. I kind of like Who's Who is kind of a cool song. It just sounds cool. You know, the way Tony's vocals came across, and it just sounds really good. And Frank Agnew does great vocals. People just can't believe. He's frustrated with the life like we were at this point because there's a lot of shit going on in the world. So when he started tracking, we did a video recently down at the Doll Hut. We did a live video
was fun
with the crowd, and I think you guys were there. Dutchie, you weren't there.
Dutchie wasn't there. I was there. Right. Becky was there.
Captain Rowe was there. We did like a couple. We recorded the song first for Ruka, that surf company, RVCA or whatever, and then we did that. And then we tracked the song with me playing drums and John and Frank and everybody and Rick playing a new version of Amoeba. And we just killed it. We played a great version.
One take.
We know the song. One
take is awesome.
And check it out. This engineer goes like this, Casey, how'd you do that? And I'm all, how'd I do what? And he's all, you forgot to put the headphones on to know where you were.
You did it all without headphones on?
And I'm all like, yeah, because I thought we were just tracking a test track. So I just played it perfect all the way through because I can hear it in my head.
Well, how many millions of times you played it anyways? That's why you know by the back.
Easy.
Yeah.
It was kind of easy, but like he just went, how'd you do that? I can't believe it. No one's done that.
Well, the music was playing. I was saying,
Great version by Frank Agnew, John O'Donovan, and Dan Colburn, and Rick Agnew just doing all the guitar things. Cool. Well, check it out. We played a gig in Redondo Beach, right? And can't remember the name of the place. And like Fletcher showed up, Pennywise, and Milo, Descendants.
Standing room.
So it was a standing room. It was a really small place in Redondo. So they came out. And then Fletcher came up to me at the end of the show, and between Rick's tone and his voice and my mechanics on my drums and my voice, he said he hadn't heard it sound like that because he plays with the Adolescents all the time on tours and stuff. He says, I haven't heard the Adolescents sound like that in 30 years, dude. That fucking blew my mind. And I'm all like,
that's a compliment.
Ransom. John Ransom from the
Johnny Ransom
said the same thing. He's come to a bunch of shows.
At Cafe Nella up in LA.
Do you think that the original Adolescents, do you think, I say original, the ones that are using the name now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you think they get bored playing that, and you guys have now brought this back as the Radolescents with pure fucking energy,
right?
Where because you feel bands with the energy on the stage.
It should be.
We've always been energy band whores.
But if you start this energy now and you go for another 20 years, are you still going to have the same energy in 20 years that you're putting on the stage now? You do, but you see what I'm saying.
Not going anywhere.
For someone to say that was the best version they've heard in that fucking amount of time is just
it's intense. It's just off the hook.
And they've got the reality of putting out new albums too, and you want to push those new albums. And you gotta do that.
And then Johnny Ransom was up at Cafe Nella up in LA. We played a show up there, and Frankie Jr. goes off. He just loves the songs, knows the songs like the back of his hand. His DNA has the songs already memorized, right? So okay, check it out. Ransom comes up to the show. He's just kicking it, and he comes up to me and goes, "Dude, it's been 25 years. I needed that punch in the arm so bad, and now we're playing main whatever to main support to the Smut Peddlers at the observatory.
Yeah, I saw
that's
that.
March 10th.
That's April 14th.
Or April 14th?
Who is the Radolescents?
I don't know where I am. April 14th, Radolescents Smut Peddlers Observatory. So it's going to be great because I get to play drums in front of everybody again because we haven't played there since '86 when the Adolescents got together with the reunion. I think we played at the observatory, then the Galaxy.
Right, the Galaxy.
And I played with a skateboard helmet on, I think.
It was 2001 you guys played.
That was a great time. We played
2001.
We played America.
There.
Which one?
At the Galaxy, or it's the observatory now, right?
Yep.
I think so.
It was right after.
Were you at that show, Frank?
Yeah, because remember you guys like in 2001 or something. I was able to get all you guys back together to do like an original reunion show at the Doll Hut.
Oh, and the roof almost fell in.
Yeah, where the roof. You guys only got 4 songs in before the roof fell in.
Oh, out of control.
How long ago was that?
That was intense. That was like a lot of chicken fighters just tearing the roof out.
Oh, that was a while ago.
And Linda, the Doll Hut, runs up and goes, "You're destroying my building." I'm never gonna forget.
She was pissed.
Yeah, she was pissed. She was just frantic because like that was her whole world, and we were just like virtually buckling the building, like testing the building's structure itself. But yeah, it was pretty funny when all those
fallen in since.
All the roof shit was falling in on us, like the acoustic ceiling was getting kicked around.
Should have been a video of that.
It was a pretty,
and that's that's when the Adolescents really got back together and started doing it.
Those are the days. I hope that happens
full
again.
time. But
Tony, come back to the Adolescents. Come back.
I guess different members started dropping.
So yeah,
out.
we got the rest.
Is there? You know what? Saying that, is there shit between you and them guys?
Not me.
Or
Not me.
is there like what are they? Have you heard any feedback? What they think is going on with you guys? Are they like that's cool?
Yeah, that's
or
what I
are
was
they
wondering
like,
about the
or are they
video.
like fuck you?
I get you. It's a personal thing. And it's a family thing and stuff because it's like I don't really know the reason why the real adolescents haven't got back together because it would be a momentous situation having that record be just mechanically and video, visually just performed exactly like the first Blue record. It got to be one of the top 10 records in the world. So I'm not really sure who really is not jumping in the pool. Tony doesn't want to for some reason, and it's not because of me. I think that's a question for the audience.
No, yeah, I get.
Well, 'cause
have you had any
before.
feedback though? Have you had any feedback about what they think about the Radolescents right now?
He didn't like it. He didn't like it at first, and then he just gave Rick a hug at the NAMM show or something.
Oh, that's good.
And they're all shit. I don't know. I just got kind of weird and shit.
Yeah.
So I guess he's not that bad. He's not really that bad with it until he sees the Adolescents version or the Radolescents version of Amoeba shot at the doll head. He might get a little jealous of that.
No,
one.
he won't. No,
I don't think so. But everything else is grooving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, they're still playing. They're busy. They got their own thing going on.
Fuck yeah.
They play all the time.
Is what it is. We should never stop anyone fucking jumping in and doing the shit. Do it. Just fucking get and play it. Hey, we want to hear the music, right? The little people like us want to go and see the fucking bands and knock it out. And again, I got lucky enough that this motherfucker jumped in. We played with DI one night down at the Carmen Bar, and we had a few beers, right? And he's like, oh, fuck it. I would love to have a night out playing with you guys.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Always have
And
fun.
maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 times you've been our front man. And here's the difference, though. I come from London, right? Now, this fucker jumps up. He doesn't know the fucking words to half the songs. He doesn't know when he's covering across the fucking guitar soloist. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because they grew up in...
Well,
no, that's not what it is. They grew up in Southern California. And they tell me, dude, you don't know. It's fucking Casey fucking Roy. This man's a fucking punk rock legend. I didn't grow up in this era. I'm fucking riding my bike down the beach in Newport, and this motherfucker, after I played with him one time, comes screaming across the fucking boardwalk, Dutchie!
He does that.
Right?
Out of control sometimes.
And I've had so much fun with him, but I didn't realize it's kind of like me growing up in London, and one of the punk superstars from them jumps in with a little tiny band like us.
But did you hear any ads over there? You must have heard.
No. Did not
Really?
none at all. But there was. I never heard any Black Flag. I never heard any. I mean, Dead
Yeah,
Kennedys.
he tells me bands all the
Dead
time
Kennedys
that
were
he didn't know
limited
of,
to
and I was like, wow.
one album and a few singles, and the album didn't get anywhere.
Because when we used to have to go to Zed Record to get stuff in Long Beach, it's the only place to get punk rock stuff.
Right.
We'd get all kinds of.
And that was like
stuff.
19.
But imports. Remember how expensive they were, though?
Yeah.
Like $75?
All imports. Yeah.
About 5 times the amount of your own. Like a UK single was £1 and an import was $5, and it's like, fuck that shit. I'm not paying $5 on a band I don't even know.
Right, makes sense.
Right, and then coming over here for 26 years ago, and now being back into this music scene as big as we are, fuck. I mean,
well, we had Rodney, I guess, was sort of a preview.
Yeah, we had Rodney. They didn't have that, and it's a whole different.
Those guys
we didn't have internet like they do now,
Those guys
too.
had pubs and stuff in England. They got together in a different way than we did.
Totally different way.
Yeah, because see, we just had like our society wasn't as crammed in and as pub oriented. Like you wouldn't really go drink that much when we were kids. We'd go to baseball.
Speak for yourself.
We'd go to
You live in suburbia.
Well, eventually,
And backyard parties, that's where all the music was.
We were playing. Our dads would come home.
It's just
and
cul-de-sacs.
We'd play like
Cul-de-sac
sports.
parties
And we'd
were
go
the
to like go surfing and stuff.
Take the bus to the beach.
We'd eat some acid and go night skiing at Snow Summit. Stuff like that. And just have some fun to where like you
Pirates of the Caribbean.
you guys are a little more clustered. A little more clustered.
I used to work at Disneyland, so I know, yeah.
Mushrooms at Pirates of the Caribbean.
England was more a little
Mushrooms on Alice in Wonderland.
advanced more than America was in that respect at that time.
That's a good one.
Because
it was a totally different scene, and you could never
supported your
imagine.
bands like they were local pretty much,
Yeah.
and we supported bands that were corporate like Aerosmith and stuff.
Up to a point, yeah.
Then
Until-
England had like a tight community already of their scene.
Until about junior year.
I think.
What year was that? When you say junior year, what are we talking about?
When,
When
78, 79?
well, just right when punk was exploding,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then, throw ages up
When
on
did you
albums, all that
graduate?
stuff.
When did you graduate? I graduated.
80.
I graduated 77.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now
right.
I was riding my bike around one time and over by over by
How about you, Dutchie?
kind of by Troy.
79. But we graduate when we're 16 because we're cleverer than Americans.
We're right in the same pocket, within a year. So
So I'm riding my bike around
Yeah,
and I
believe you're
hear
a punk rocker.
somebody in a garage.
England. England did it.
We got two conversations going on here.
I'm listening.
I can't shut that
So I go over to where the tunes are coming from. It's Casey.
I thought he was talking to somebody else.
And Mike Ness and Dennis playing Led Zeppelin songs.
Casey, Mike Ness, and Dennis Donnell playing Zeppelin songs.
That would be something to see.
Where was that?
Damn.
At?
Up off of Hollydale? Yeah, where your dad.
Yeah, because Mike Ness moved into my house for like about 6 months when his parents were divorcing, and we wrote "Mommy's Little Monster" in my bedroom, a 2-piece.
Really?
Yeah, and then Mark Garrett joined because he was going to Fullerton Community College with me. So yeah, that's where we did that, and that's where you first saw us. It's gnarly. Was it? Did you go to that garage house? The garage gig?
Central.
No, at my parents' house in the garage.
Was that on Hollydale?
No, it was on.
And we got someone on the phone wants to talk to you.
It was on Kensington Drive, and everybody stole the shit out of the house. My parents came home and went,
Casey, shut the fuck up. Just for a second.
Shit's all gone.
Hello. You're on Chaotic Radio, Beautiful Disaster with Dutchy, Cat, and the Radolescents.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, he hung up.
The rain in Spain.
Yeah.
The aliens
that Jason?
came in again.
Oh, that's okay. He'll call back if he's worth anything. You know what? It's Pee Wee Herman. I'm bummed we lost him.
Is Jason still on the line?
No, we lost Jason a while ago.
You want to sing the first Noel? You know,
the first Noel.
Oh, it's a great song.
I thought that guy was Jason.
You know, I thought the first.
No, that's Andrew.
I forgot that was an engineer.
I thought the first Noel was about the first girl that ever got banged or something.
That's you should make a song like that.
I think I know.
You need to call it that.
But now it's all ruined because now my grandma was singing it and shit. You know.
Oh, so yeah, you can.
So you know what? You say that you should write a song. Are you guys gonna write new stuff as a band right now?
We were just talking about that.
That's funny you should say that. We were thinking about doing things, and I'm not really sure quite whatsoever that the answer is to that question.
I think I'm going to be excited.
Oh, fuck, you have to. I mean, you're two talented
but
musicians.
Cover songs are cool. We were thinking about, honestly, not to, we were talking about doing some cover songs that really dig poke people in the eyes.
Like what?
Like, say, for example, this is so gay and stupid, but I don't even know if I want to say it.
Say it.
Just Alice Cooper.
We
Nice
love
Guy.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
That'd be awesome.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. Get Rick doing the guitar riff and then it's all. The lyrics are all like "fuck you."
We were listening to the Plasmatics.
I like that. It's all like, wow, that's like Alice Cooper yelling "fuck you" to somebody.
You could totally do that.
Yeah, because it is such a song about fuck.
It works. I think
he works it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But new stuff. Rick didn't want to do new stuff because the Blue record is a classic, divine recording, and where would we go from there? We do the Welcome to Reality, Losing Battle, Things Start Moving.
Where do you go? When I say that, because
what do you want us to do?
You've got the Blue album. You've got the Blue album, but there wasn't just one album from the Adolescents.
Oh yeah. It went on to Balboa Fun Zone, a few other ones, right?
Rats and Battalions.
But that's a pretty sharp left turn, isn't it?
Yeah, they did a lot of rad maneuvers at that time, which was weird because the crowd didn't really like things to change, because they wanted the band to be the band. We loved that band. People still love the old school Adolescents original because it was what it was, and they're not going to even change their mind, But people start swapping out, doing this.
All right, we got someone on the phone. Let's see
if it works again.
All right, let's go. Dunkin'
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my God, he's overmodulated, Dutchy. What do we do?
Casey, if I'm worth anything, I'll call back.
Oh, damn. You're worth something.
You're worth something now.
You're worth something. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, who is this?
Thumbs up.
Well, this is Mike from the Human Haggis.
Hi, Mike. It's Cat Dutchy and the Radolescents.
Unreal, Mike. How are you, brother?
Hello. Well, I want to take Casey to the Wayback Machine.
Dude, take me. I'm ready to jump in.
He's already there.
Do you remember playing with the band Whale?
Time for this one, too.
With Curtis Howler at the Avocado Factory in Brea.
Dude.
Honest answer. Don't bullshit him just to make him feel good.
It was on Yorba Linda Boulevard, right?
No, it was on the corner of Poeni and Whittier Boulevard.
I don't remember that. I don't, but dude, if you know anybody that has any recordings of Whale, the late great Curtis Howler, who passed away of bone cancer 2 years ago, give me one, dude. How are you, bro? Did you see that show?
Is that the same Curtis from?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah. You know what? If you want to know anything about me, just go ahead and ask Clinton. I went to high school with Clinton. We're really good friends.
Sonora. Ooh, we don't like you.
Sonora.
No, that's
La Habra.
I learned how to scuba dive at Sonora. And
dude,
it took
amazing.
me through my whole life.
That was one of the funnest bands ever. Whale, Mammals of the Sea. We were like a noise band with Curtis Howler playing guitar and singing. Steve Blanks, who's now singing for the Bridget Midget Band, as well as Confederate reorganized after Curtis died. I don't know if that's kind of a tough thing.
Yeah,
I played with them.
And I think it was Matt Freldenhoven was the drummer.
He was the drummer, Matt. He was awesome. Hard name to say.
Yeah.
He moved to Hawaii. Still kind of, I don't know.
Is he still in Hawaii?
Tough camper. Really kind of just jaded. But yeah, he's still in Hawaii. His dad passed away. His brother Dave is still in Newport, and he's in Hawaii, just living out there. So he's
I graduated Sonora with Dave.
Unreal, dude. Good to talk to you, because you know what? That's an awesome memory. Because Whale was the lost great band from Orange County that really was just.
It was tough to see Curtis go.
It was tough to see Curtis Howler pass away. He got some bone cancer and he died within 10 days.
Wow.
Because you can cure that kind of cancer.
I've seen Curtis, with Confederate many times, especially at the Galaxy, at the roller rink there.
And Curtis was also on the Don't Hit Me Up album by Doggy Style.
Great album.
Which we just performed,
that's right.
or they performed with the Radolescents.
Do you remember a band from that time called The Statics?
No,
Okay, well, we were from La Habra, the Tasers and all those guys.
Oh, yeah, the Tasers.
We know those guys.
Charlie and those dudes.
Dave.
I know. They were back in the early mix.
Sean
yeah, they were pretty groovy guys. I don't know where they are or what they're doing. And hope the static doesn't shock you anymore. And
ouch.
And shit. So what are you doing now? You playing gigs or just a normal?
Yeah,
dude?
I've got the Human Haggis. I'm playing with all the ex-members of Boingo Boingo in a bit called Boingo Dance Party.
Oh, that's great, dude.
Johnny Vatos and Steve Bartek and all those guys.
Yeah, we've had him on the show.
Dude, that's incredible. That's way cool, bro. Because just music is such an avenue for just an existence completely. Because it's fun stuff. If you can make ends meet, just be as big a part of it as you can. And it looks like you got things going on in that direction. So that's what I do. And you're awesome. We got the Radolescents here. Say something, Frank. Say something. You're talking to Frank.
I know John because.
Okay, forget about Frank. We'll talk to John. Forget about Frank.
Frank can come
So what you're saying is fuck Frank.
Turn off Frank's mic. Okay, now we'll go to John O'Donovan. Frank will talk in a second. He's not mad.
Frank's gonna take a nap. Yeah.
Dude, he's got the mushrooms.
What's up, Mike?
I mean the mushrooms. I mean the brownies.
Brownies. I was gonna say, wow, you got that too.
My brain, mushrooms, brownies.
I feel good.
This is gonna be a fun ride home.
Great seeing you. Okay, you high right now? Any substance, my friend?
Wake up.
Smoke weed.
So you smoke?
I think he was talking to you, Frank.
Yeah.
No. I was talking to the caller. No, I'm kidding, Mike. You don't have to.
Well, good talking to you guys, man.
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Come out and say hi at one of the shows.
All right. Support transsexuals and great talking to you.
Bye, Mike.
Take it easy.
All right, take care. Bye.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, Mike's in a band called Human Haggis. I play on my Thursday show. They're really good.
Human Haggis.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Human Haggis. Yep.
So hard to get to make it in an act nowadays. That's why it's so wonderful that there's a kind of a medium social ground for just being in a band, no matter what level you've achieved, and that's a great thing. It's a great thing for America to have.
I love this guy. He gets to the end of a punk fucking sentence and then becomes a politician. Fuck you know. So
run for president.
When
England's okay.
When Radolescents got together and when you did all this shit and decided, fuck it, let's do a show, and you all agreed on it, you got back. Am I right or wrong in saying it was only going to be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 shows?
Or was
it a long-term
I think we were just
plan?
leaving it out there to see. Originally, because Casey and I had a project a couple years ago with Dave from Agent Orange. You guys know Dave.
I love Dave.
Isn't he?
We know Dave.
Isn't he your weatherman or
He's
something?
my weatherman on my Thursday show.
Yeah, okay.
Great
So
songs.
we were
Love him.
doing stuff up at Dave's place, and then so Casey and I, we've known each other since we're kids, and we were talking and kept saying, you got to go finish that thing. And then he approached me with the Radolescents thing. I said, yeah, let's do it.
And it all came together like a nicely baked.
Right, but that was then. That was
pie.
That was
Brownie.
you got together.
God save the Queen.
You rehearsed. You did your stuff. You did your first 2 or 3 shows.
Well, actually, we first went
All
with
original
one.
or all ex
We had
right.
one show that was going to be at the Doll Hut.
Yeah, that was so. It was just going to be a one-time deal.
Right.
So what the fuck happened?
Check it out. Somebody
I didn't know it was going to be one time.
taped Kid to the Black Hole, right? And it sold out, and there was twice as many people outside, right? Just because we're just talking about me and Rick, and everybody loves Rick, because Rick, we got to get Rick on the phone pretty soon. But
I thought he was
Rick,
I just
Rick is
texted
calling
Mac
in.
to have him call.
Okay, we're on the way to talk to Rick, but everybody knows that me and Rick were in Social Distortion and DI and the Adolescents and the Detours and all these bands.
ADZ.
So when we started talking about just like doing it for fun and family and friendship and doing the Adolescents thing, again, everybody kind of like fell in love with the concept of of just who cares, like it used to be in punk rock, and it's just all for fun.
That's
no
the
big
best.
no big Warped Tour thing, or
No.
no big expectations, or no big egos or anything. Let's just do it because we love each other, like
No-
we did.
no rock star.
right? In the
But now
beginning.
it's already fucking changed.
But check
because
this out.
now you're doing the fucking the show at the observatory.
We're doing bigger shows.
So yeah, exactly.
Right.
So it's all family. It's all, now all of a sudden it's got. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I never fucking am. Right?
What a coincidence.
Tell
I
me
agree.
if that one show at the Doll Hut, the 3 shows, is not now turned into now you're.
Oh yeah, it's turned into a great thing.
Yeah.
But
we
we're
haven't-
still doing
yeah.
it for fun. We're still having a
Oh, of
blast.
course,
and people
yeah.
we're nailing it. If we sucked, we wouldn't do it.
So check it out. We play the first show at the Doll Hut. It sells out just threefold. And some cameras everywhere, just tripping out because we're going to play the Blue record in its entirety. And me and Rick wrote most of the songs. And so I played on all the songs. So people just flocked to this freaky thing, and we killed it. And somebody posted a video of Kids of the Black Hole, and you could just feel the energy. People start screaming, right? It was awesome. It was one of the best videos of my whole career, and it was that's pretty large, big thing to say, because the video, people started shaking and screaming and freaking out, and we posted that video over, and the next day we had 10 offers from 10 clubs.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That's right.
All of them going Radolescents, Carmen Bar, LA, Orange County.
Oh, everywhere.
Everybody called
wants
up
him.
immediately and just goes, dudes, we need you guys to be there. Because the show and the sound, I don't know, the spirit came across in a major way, and it still is.
All right, we're going
energy.
to bring another caller on. Maybe it's Rick.
Maybe it's Rick.
Maybe it's not.
It is.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, you're live on Chaotic Radio. Beautiful Disaster with the Radolescents. Who is this?
This is Tim.
Tim, dude,
Tim.
what's going on, bro?
Not much. I got a question for you.
What is it?
So, I've noticed that a lot of old punks are playing gigs, and old punks are going to gigs. Are we in a midlife crisis or something?
What is, no, we haven't even gotten
There's
close
no
to
such
that.
thing as a fucking midlife crisis.
We haven't gotten close to that yet.
Midlife crisis only happens to people who don't have a real fucking life.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, good Lord.
Everybody
I
in
guess
this
we don't
room
have
has a life.
No, you're
But
just,
if you don't, then just come along to a show and start one, because people say that, fuck, oh, you bought a convertible. Is it a midlife crisis?
It's
No,
not.
I couldn't
It's
afford a
not.
convertible
It's
when I
not.
was 25.
He's got
Oh, you were
complications.
playing in a fucking punk band and you're 55. Yeah, I've been playing in a punk band for 35, 40 fucking years. The midlife crisis thing is a bullshit thing. It doesn't exist unless you're trying to impress a bunch of women because you're a loser.
I think he has
I'm married, so
constipation.
I've got no one to impress.
It's just,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about generically,
Yeah, generically, yeah.
So it's a great question, but these guys have, I won't answer. You can tell,
when's the last time you've been to a punk rock show, dude?
Me?
Yeah.
I went to TSOL.
What?
No, he said a punk show.
Come on.
You know I'm joking, Jack. I love you.
Okay. Get back to
good
punk
Lord.
rock. Getting back to punk rock. Okay, so you got to observe Fletcher tackling Jack and throwing him off stage.
Yeah, and I had some bald-headed dude jumped on my neck and screwed my neck up. I guess I'm too old for the slam pit.
Dude, didn't that feel cool, bro?
A month later, no.
Yeah.
So
You get quicker.
So I
That
like
was
being
the
on the
last
stage.
time you went to a punk show. When was the last time you got any pussy?
Oh, I'm married, dude.
Exactly.
Been a while.
Then why do you
Been a
have a
while,
midlife
man.
crisis? You should be good.
No crisis there, dude. Just fun.
It's all day fun, right?
Yeah.
Isn't being married the fucking kiss of death for getting pussy?
I wouldn't know. I'm not married.
Don't do it.
Is your wife a punker or your significant other? Doesn't matter, boy or girl.
She thinks she is, but she's in the old.
Well, you can't say shit, but she's old. Age has got nothing to do with being punked.
I know.
I mean, we're the original fucking school of punks. It's got fuck all
Still.
to do with age.
Right, nothing
In
at all.
fact, the 20-year-old punkers are fucking clueless. They think doing certain things makes them punk, and
Right.
dressing certain ways makes you punk. It's fuck all to do with it. If you want to be punk, come and sit at this table with these old fuckers and Kat and fucking Frankie, because they're the young fuckers. But we're and learn what this shit's really all about.
When I hear somebody saying, I'm punk this, I'm punk that, this is punk.
That
this
makes
is,
you not punk straight away.
I look at him and I think, nah. It's like the girl that says, I would never cheat on you.
I know. Red flag. Hey,
Yeah.
do you have a Facebook site, sir? Come again.
I hear crickets.
Tim.
Tim.
Tim. Hey, do you have a Facebook site?
Yeah.
Well, dude, just start finding gigs with your friends and just go out and terrorize.
Yep.
It comes right back. I swear to God.
You know what? I have to get my nephew to go with me because he's a bruiser and he can.
Well, watch
Watch
out
my
for
back
the
for me.
big bald guys flying through the air, though.
Yeah, just do it, dude. Smoke some pot and just go terrorize. I got a great brownie recipe, huh, Frank?
Yeah, he does. And stick your thumb in their eyes next time they jump on you.
I thought he was going to say in their ass for a second.
Yeah.
That's because of our fucking mentality.
Or their ass, whatever.
If you brownies are sticking your finger everywhere.
Oh, my God.
My finger smells cat. Let me smell your finger.
Oh, good.
Oh, Dutchie's finger. Give it to me.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that smells... Dude,
so I guess the answer, Tim, is no, it's not a midlife crisis.
no,
Right,
dude, you're totally going to be good, Tim. I swear to God, just don't even worry about it. You're just like going through just nothing, actually.
I think he's talking about you, Casey, not himself.
Oh, no.
Just smoke weed, man. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just smoke a bunch of pot. Just
Shit's legal now, 2018.
That's true.
And make sure you take care of yourself by, exercising, eating some vitamins, and eating right, because that'll make you feel better.
Listen to this.
Pineapple juice.
Shut up. I make smoothies.
Advice
I make a
with Casey.
smoothie in the morning. Just throw banana, apples, grapes, a little few vitamins, and just pound a bunch of vitamins.
And look at his energy.
Yeah, and look at my energy right now.
That's true. You know what? That's what I need to do.
And
It
some
is
pot.
so good for
Don't
you.
forget the pot.
And I smoke pot consistently.
Tim, we appreciate you calling, brother.
Gotta
All right,
medicate.
cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Thanks and buy a bong.
You got music on.
Okay, when we played the song, the doll hut almost lost its
The roof again?
the roof again.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Rick Agnew and myself.
CakeRadio.com, beautiful disaster.
You love it.
Cat Monroe.
Cat Monroe. Dutchie Holland.
Casey.
And here's John O'Donovan.
Hello.
Where there was once so much to do. It was once a green mansion, and now it's a wasteland. Our days of reckless fun are through. Kids in a fast lane living for the day. No rules to abide by and no one to obey. Sex, drugs, and fun is the road is not a care. Another swing of booze, another rover, not a bear. House of the filthy, house at a home. House of destruction, where the birds roam. House that belong to all the homeless kids. House of the filthy, house at a home. House of destruction, where the birds roam. House that belong to all the homeless kids. Kids at the black hole. Messages and slogans are the primary decor. History is recorded in the glitter on the floor. Inhabitants of social class are roses on a change. Not of chaos, it's so easy to arrange. House of the filthy, house of the home. House of destruction, where it goes road. House that belong to all the homeless kids. House of the filthy, house of the home. House of destruction, where it goes road. House that belong to all the homeless kids. Kids of the black hole.
CakeRadio.com. There we go.
The volume was down. You didn't mute it. You put the volume down. CategoryRadio.com. Beautiful disaster with
God
Dutchie the
bless
Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe. And we have the Radolescents in studio. We're going to go for another half an hour.
Yay.
I think we're taking a little commercial break, aren't we, Dutchie?
Yeah, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Yep. Meow.
There's
All right, we're clear.
songs that we could do that.
We got like 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
I just played that the other day.
So set up with guys. Ask them what song we come back with, and then we'll come back in with it. And I'll play it from here and jump in.
I didn't hear you.
What song do they want to come back with off the Blue album? All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What song?
Who's who?
All right. Cat, is my wine glass in there? Did I take it with me? All right.
Your wine glass isn't here.
All right, hang on. I must have it somewhere. Short memory. Short memory.
It's over there. Short memory. It's from all the wine. My memory is the worst.
You're listening. You're listening to chaoticradio.com.
Friends calling enemy cause they're a funny joke. They better get the right to try to stop it there, whoa. I'm cast up on my relatives cause they don't want me round. Just in the corner and I don't make a sound. Not one word, walls are closing in on me. I don't know what to do. Tell me who's who, tell me who's who, tell me who's who. Policemen are my friends, so why they always stare? Red and black, fucking punish them on short hair. Teachers are my friends, so why they make me stand? Running fast, fucking fools I never understand. They'll never understand. World around me falls apart. I don't know what to do. Tell me who's who, tell me who's who, tell me who's who. World around me falls apart. I don't know what to do. Things start moving that never did before. The blue purple dragons had me rolling on the floor. I look the other way and I see a cat fight, but I don't mind, cause I'll be fine for the rest of the night. Things start moving, but tell me what happens when everything around me starts laughing. Things start moving and they never will again. But now I need to know where last night was spent. Start moving and they never will again. The window plays open and close, my head's in a spin. Red and blue flashes from cars black and white. Point guns at the rocket for speeding 85. Things start moving, but tell me what happens when everything around me starts laughing. Things start moving and they never will again. But now I need to know where last night was spent. Disappearing after rearrange. The mountains is weird and one another change. Charlie car made to turn and now we're lost. Foot by foot, another day just never want to stop.
Poo poo.
That's Things Start Moving by the Adolescents. We have the Radolescents live in studio on a beautiful disaster. We're going till 6:30 today with Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Kat Monroe, and these guys in the studio. These crazy wild guys, wild brownie eating men. Except for one.
Yeah, he's driving as our designated not eating brownie driver.
He's probably getting high just off your aura. I know I am.
That. Yeah.
That does happen.
Osmosis is happening right now. Yeah, my eyes are starting to get a little sleepy.
Might get lost on the way home.
Cosmosis.
I get lost all the time. I got lost going to his place. Or JOD's place.
The Lost Boy over here.
And how far was it?
I think I know why. It's not that far.
How the fuck does anyone get lost with GPS?
I hate the freeway.
That's what I was asking him.
Annabella got lost, remember? GPS?
His eyes were closed.
This is why I got lost, because this is what I have.
Oh, you don't have a GPS.
Jesus,
You have a
Mary
flip
and
phone.
fucking Joseph.
In all fairness, look at his eyes. His eyes were closed, too.
Yeah.
I thought he was Japanese.
He is now.
For a little bit, yeah.
I really think so.
Oh.
That was good.
That was a great pun.
That was a
Yeah,
good
that
one.
was great. You know?
Yeah, they're very funny.
He's got tons of them. He's silly.
Oh,
you know,
really?
like the original
I love
Adolescents.
that.
Remember the original Adolescents where we were silly
Yes.
as silly gets. We'd have food meetings.
That's why
We'd
it's fun.
do stupid stuff. But Frank is as silly as we were.
Because it's in
but
his
we
blood, like
still
you
are.
said. Yeah.
How's he not going to be?
He's all, let's change the words. First practice. You know, things start pooping. And I'm all like, I love you, dude. He was so damn fucking great. And then he was like, what was the is this what you call homosexuality? They're kissing you and I'm kissing me.
That's pretty funny.
We're all fucking around.
Oh, he's
with
a
homos.
jokester.
You know, homos are cool. You can be a homo if you want. It's kind of weird, but whatever. We love you.
I hate grandchildren.
Equal, yeah.
Yeah.
You hate grandchildren.
I hate grandchildren.
Well,
Yeah.
the songs
changed
I
the
hate
song.
children.
Yeah.
So you changed it?
Get it?
But
Because about a generation later, I hate
I
grandchildren.
get it. Yeah. Fuck off.
Great songs. Great new songs.
Who is homo?
Oh, dude, we should play the
Whacking
Adolescents
Crew.
for our next project, recording wise. We should
LA
change,
Boy.
We
He's
should
on
change
fire.
all. See, he's rolling with it. We should like record a whole new Adolescents Blue record with Frank making up stupid words.
Hey.
It's so great. Add to the innocence.
Do you ever play live like that?
Always.
You better not do that. This
Well,
is a classic album we're talking about.
I changed
Fucker.
the words.
That-
No,
fuck-
I do not do that.
Frank, you know all the words completely, huh?
Yeah, I
But you
studied.
do
I
you
studied.
do change the words, Casey.
Well, I changed some of the words to the songs like Dutchie and I were in. Like
He doesn't change the words. He forgets them. Fuck off. He changes
I
them.
say what they should have been.
That's what it is.
It's nothing to do with like I reorganized.
You've seen the original
Right,
version.
yeah. I love living in the city. It stays correct, you know, but when you throw in like spent my whole life in the city where there's bugs and shit on your girlfriend's face. You know, that's bitching.
That was from the demos.
That was called the Part-Time Punks demo tapes.
That's
Try to
hilarious.
change the words to God Save
The
Queen.
remix.
It was good. It was good. God, your set list like has a lot of songs that are really close. You know, like New Rose and Neat 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 are all like I forget those, right? Because it's English.
Do you intertwine them?
Yeah, it's English. They drive on the wrong side of the road, for God's sake.
See, here's the thing: it doesn't matter what band you go and see.
We've had
right? It
Fish
doesn't matter if it's the world's most, the Rolling Stones or fucking whoever it be. Right? It doesn't matter.
Anybody.
If it ain't fun, it ain't fun, and you leave disappointed.
Right, but if you have fun, you can do anything you want.
Right, and you can go to a local bar and you can walk out of there going, "Oh my God, that was the best fucking fun in the world."
Life is good.
Yeah, you know, and that's what you create.
Thanks,
you know,
dude. You as well. You as well.
Well,
'cause, you know, we're birds
we,
of a
we all
feather.
do. We all try and do that, right?
But bird does mean girl in English.
Yes, it does.
But that doesn't really matter at the point. But the point
At this point of the conversation,
well taken.
I know. I accept that.
Thank you, sir. I mean, likewise. You know, having fun is what it's all about. It's a philosophy. You know, it's just plus it's a biological fact that when you're happy, you just live longer. Your body functions better.
You don't change the way you act
Dr.
in
Oz.
front of 12,000 people on the beach.
I was raped by Dr. Oz.
You know,
I'm not. Don't even take any notice. If I'm asking him a question and I've blacked everyone in the room out, and he can answer, he can't. Right?
Still upset.
Where was he? I was 12,000 people on the beach,
Oh.
or 50 people in a local bar.
Right. It's the same. What was the question?
That was it.
I was just
Surely.
thinking that
It was great. No matter what.
a
you know
bird
what I mean?
shitting on your head in America is good
I'll
luck.
go with B.
In England, that doesn't sound so good.
Listen, a bird shitting
Oh,
on your
yeah,
head.
you're right.
That's
huh?
right. It's a whole new meaning.
If anyone
Kinda
goes
kinky.
along with that, no. If anyone goes, oh, shut up.
Well, a lot of the English humor.
Or if a bird shits on you or anything, then you got lucky.
Depends
You're not
what
going to
into.
be lucky.
Well, you know, your father, Benny Hill, did he like the Sex Pistols whatsoever?
His favorite band. He was a producer of the.
Right.
You know that I sang with
So
the Sweet,
comedy,
don't you?
you guys have the same comedic thing, even though you guys are politically talking about the same thing as I did.
I'm
Well, I
not
was-
talking anything political. Don't bring politics into it,
well,
fucker.
don't they say
Or I'll
God
ask
Save,
you to
the,
leave now.
God Save the Queen's an English anthem? It talks about
It's
Parliament.
the national anthem.
Right, so
Yeah,
that's
I like that.
politics. I don't know where you're going with this, Dutchie, but...
Oh, you just accused me of being a politician.
Well, you
He
talk
didn't accuse you of
politics.
being a
No,
politician.
you're the music scene in England
Democrat,
talks of politics and
Republican, libertarian.
totally silly stuff. Like
God
happy
save the
stuff.
Queen's a fascist regime.
Yeah, it's like
made you a
Benny
woman.
Hill meets,
Donald Trump.
Donald. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
No, we don't want to say that.
Are you glad you went the extra half hour?
So we're kind of the same.
Right?
We care, but we don't care. That's what I mean. Punk rock. You care, but you don't care. You laugh.
But you
and
know
cry.
what? See, now I've got the pair of you, the fucking clowns. Let's talk about a little bit about just a little bit.
Let's talk about Frank Agnew's uncles.
There we go. See,
Did you ever did they shit their pants ever at Christmas time? Because I know you guys all get together. You're an Irish, Catholic family.
I've shit my pants a few times.
No. I mean, Rick. Tell us a story about Rick, because Rick hasn't called in, and if we keep talking shit about Rick, he might call in. Hey, Rick, here we go. Tell you a call.
I think one time he shit his pants and it fell out like the bottom of his pants, and then he just stepped on it. And then,
was that at your house in Fullerton?
How's that possible?
I don't know.
It rolls out, Dutchie. It rolls out.
Yeah,
It
it
just
just
have a
rolls
wet
out.
one.
So I
It goes right down your leg. It does. If your pants are
And then
loose.
he had,
From experience,
he had
Casey?
shit between his toes, and he said, "Look, I'm a hippie."
So what?
Yeah, he stepped in it, and he had shit between his toes, and he's like, "I'm a hippie. Check it out."
Were there people there to witness
Is
this?
that what he said?
This defecation.
I think there was people there. I don't remember.
God, man, did it
You were
smell good?
there.
There better be
Yeah, I
people there,
think
because
so.
if it's not witnessed, then it's not real.
Oh yeah, it probably isn't.
So I can't. Well, if you're a punk rocker and you haven't shit your pants,
I mean, I've heard stories about stuff, but I don't know if they're true.
I remember one time Rick Agnew was climbing a flagpole. We used to practice Social Distortion and Mechanics. A few of these bands on Chapman and State College Avenue in Fullerton.
Oh, yeah.
And Rick, there was like this old, English lamp post that would go up about 10 feet, and then it would have the little, wrought iron, curly, cute little thing, and then the lamp on the end. So Rick climbs up it, goes out, is holding on, thing breaks, falls on his back. Doesn't move. We think we killed Rick.
Just put him in a noose.
Hey, were you in the car?
Oh my God!
Swinging from a tree and writing a song.
Yeah.
Because Ricky hung himself.
So that was pretty bad. Okay, Rick shit his pants, fell on his back. John, anything Rick did around you?
No.
Make something up. No, it's all right. Yeah, no. Rick's really a cool guy. Rick Agnew is is the John Lennon of Orange County punk rock. They said in press. They said impressed. And I'm Paul McCartney because I'm left-handed.
And he's awesome. He's humble.
He's a humble guy. And
Yes.
that's another thing why the Radolescents really picked up, because Rick has been playing his Rick Agnew band and his bands, Christian Death he was in and stuff. And he's been playing these bands in the circuit, not really selling out whatsoever and playing to the people.
He never left the circuit.
No, never left the circuit. And then, and me too. I've been playing all the time. And when they figured out that we got back together just for the sake of the music, the love of punk rock and freedom of speech and just going out, just having fun. And everybody just understood that. And then they know Rick is just genuine. A lot of people aren't genuine in their punk rock. They're just
Rick's totally genuine.
They're kind of on stage. They're on stage with their
he's just
facade.
him.
And they're all,
Rick's
look at
just
me.
him. Yeah.
Well, he
Look at me,
keeps
look at me,
getting
look at
better
me.
too.
And-
I mean, because I see him all the time.
great.
I play with the Rick Agnew band sometimes, and I've known Rick since as long as I've known Casey since we're kids, and he just keeps getting better. So when you
Unreal.
hear these new songs, you know they're true to the original, but there's a little extra there too.
I know, it's the original Blue record. So we go like song after song after song, and by the time you listen to like I Hate Children, into Who's Who, into, you know, all of a sudden you're just looking and you're just sucked into this, the whole album, because you know what's coming up next.
Do you? I was just going to say, you play the album in the track listing,
Right, the order.
one
Sequence,
through.
Oh, that's why the energy builds. Then.
And there's a big fucking
Yeah.
difference. I think going back to being a kid, going back to putting an album on, a vinyl album on, right? It played it. You didn't fucking change it because there's no fucking way we would get
Yeah,
up
we
to
played
move
it
that
exactly
fucking
what we
needle,
wanted.
right?
Yeah.
And when side one finished, you'd flip it over. So you knew, or you got used to, if you heard that track,
Everyone has.
you knew what was coming on next.
Well, we take
and that went away with with CDs because there was a shuffle fucking button on that motherfucker.
And now
You
with
can just switch the
files,
song really quick.
Yeah.
and
random access.
Your
yeah.
attention span goes out the window.
Well, now with file-based stuff, it's all just individial songs.
Yep.
Right.
You can make your own playlist. Yeah.
Well, we take a break before No Way for everyone to flip the album over.
Really? You sneaky
so cute.
fuckers.
You know.
Yeah, Rick goes side two. You know, nobody's all, oh yeah. And then people
That's pretty awesome,
Okay,
though.
when people
That's clever.
The old
That's-
people.
That tell me that
The old
motherfucker
people.
who
No,
came
the
up
young
with that
people, too.
idea wasn't Casey.
Say it was me. What are they talking
Might have
about?
been Casey. Might have been
Flipping
Rick.
the record
Casey,
over.
that's a
Can't
great
remember.
idea, Casey.
What's that?
Flipping
That
the
you
record
came up
over.
with
think it
flipping the
might have
record
been-
over
No,
and
Rick
taking
made
a
it.
break.
I think it was Rick, yeah.
Rick said that. He's
Nice
offside
try.
too.
That's
Nice
pretty
try.
cool. I like
just
that.
threw it out there to see if he'd take credit.
And it's cool. It's like, say after like Who's Who or whatever, you know the song that's coming up next already. And there's about there's about 2 seconds between the songs. So you're just have a second to breathe and go like, I know what to do during this next one. It's like Wrecking Crew's coming up next.
Some of the early
and all
gigs,
of a sudden
though-
they're just ready for it and they just go for it.
Some of the early gigs, I printed up set lists that were too small. And in the dark with the smoke and our eyes, you couldn't read them.
And
so
our
you
eyes.
But you all knew the album. You don't need a fucking set list for that.
No, the audience told us what this.
It's so much fun. It's a blast. I mean, it's so cool because it takes all of us back to that era because it doesn't really matter your status or how many people like you or anything. It just matters. The music matters, and
The moment.
and that just totally music is just.
What year was the Blue Album?
Have a good time.
What was that?
81?
81? 81? Yeah, I think
It came out in either
1981.
March or April.
When an
Great time,
album,
great time. Thanks for having us, Dutchie. This is great talking about the shit.
Yeah.
when people change the name of an album to something that everyone knows what you're talking about, right? Because that album was not called the Blue Album. The album is Adolescents by
only
the
one.
Adolescents,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
And people don't call it that. They call it the Blue Album.
Yep.
Right, like the White Album.
Right.
Is why they call it.
Well, that was
Black
called the
Album,
White
yeah.
Album, wasn't it?
Or the Black Album by Spinal Tap. Can't get much
Or
more
Metallica.
Right.
Or the
Dark.
Damned.
But no, but those,
Okay.
yeah, Metallica,
Well, I
Metallica
got
by,
blue,
by
but
Metallica
my
was
album's
different.
blue. That's Spinal Tap right there. Go
Did
ahead.
you
I'm
just
sorry.
say the band?
The Damned.
Well,
Oh, okay.
can't get much more black.
Say, gotta hate the band.
The
It,
band?
it looks
Band
like it looks like
sucks.
They
death.
suck.
It,
The band sucks.
Death,
What band?
death sells.
The band.
Yeah, the band. The Weight. Take a load
Ah,
off.
you've lost me now.
It's Easy Rider.
No.
Train wreck. Train wreck,
Horrible.
you guys. So what else happened did Frank ever
Shit himself?
wet his pants? We'll just go simple.
Oh, my old man.
Yeah.
He wets his pants constantly.
Dude, Frank Agnew Jr., your father wets his pants in weird places.
All the time.
What might be the weirdest place he's done it? Possibly church or maybe like in a nun's house.
In a toilet?
Can he make it to the toilet?
Probably at back to school night.
Do you think he has a large prostate? Does he eat prostate pills?
And I've been out of school for like years.
Wow. I love Frank Agnew. God, he's a good guy. shits his pants all the time. But what do you do about that? You know what I mean? Because you know what? It depends how old you are. Thank you.
Not necessarily.
Very punny.
No, but everything's good. We're, our new recordings, we're not really sure what we're going to do. We've already planned on doing something. And we're going to add some songs, like some old songs. One song by the Mechanics that was in our youth when we were.
That'll be cool to hear.
Forming the bands.
We
were going to
influence on all of us.
Yeah, so Mechanics had a big thing in it. A band called The Strand had a big thing. Yeah. Fred Tacone, who was in early DI. And he was in The Strand. When we were like freshman and sophomore, I think John was probably in 7th grade.
Yeah.
The Strand, Fred Tacone was a senior. And that was 76. And that's when they played on the I'm never going to forget it, outside concert at our school. They played Anarchy in the UK. And when you yell you're an antichrist at that point in life, it's all, remember, turn that off, It's just,
and back then,
at that point, it's all Elton John and Peter Frampton.
Yeah, and happy stuff. And then we get into that and Bodies. I think the Strand played Bodies.
Adults.
I was a sophomore. Mike Ness was in 8th grade. And they're playing Bodies at my high school. And we're all...
And those guys are going into...
that's the shit that changed music
right there.
And changed our individual lives.
Right.
Wherever you fucking were in the world.
You were in high school at that time, weren't
yeah,
you?
Fuck yeah. I mean, I was 14 in 1977.
Right. So the same thing. It's like your junior high, like early high school. It's the same thing. I know it wasn't. It was rad. It was unlike any other time in the history of music. Was that like just change there?
It kind of democratized it because I was, like I said, on the harder side of that was Aerosmith and Rolling Stones, Cheap Trick, Ted Nugent, all these guys. So I was always the shitty guitar player in one of those cover bands because I couldn't play that. So it was too hard to play. Then I heard the Ramones, and I go, all right, I can do.
Yeah, that was right.
I can do that.
High school days.
Was that what decided it for you? The Decipherer?
Pretty much. It was a band called The Naughty Women, and they turned me on to...
The Ramones, early Sex Pistols, which was the
and,
easy stuff to play.
Yeah.
It's like 3 chords, and that was stuff we could actually could see the construction, how they're constructing songs. Because overproduced rock before punk started, you can really tell who was the keyboards would come in. There was about 3 different sounding tracks, and you can really figure out what was going on because you couldn't really see it. And they're singing stuff that's so detached.
Doesn't it kill you that here we are all these years later, and the people in front of you are loving it more than ever?
It's crazy. It's great. Like we played in Orange County with the Descendants outside at the observatory, and these kids are like 18. They weren't even born when it happened, and they're pointing, singing like every Descendants word in the songs. They knew every word of our songs.
Well, makes me think we were
I have
something.
to tell you, my 12-year-old, when I brought to the Amoeba video thing, he sings all your songs, DI and Adolescents, and he's 12 and he loves it.
I know.
That's like some of his favorite music. Yeah.
Well, the generations didn't jump. Like the parents stayed the same as the children.
Yeah.
So in essence,
he got it from me, but yeah.
So, which is all good because the less you age mentally, the less you age physically.
That's true.
So yeah, it's a really good thing, and the internet really helped out a lot because when you hit up like Green Day, there's like a related videos and it shows Henry's face or Jello's face or, or my face.
He gets his music because he puts it on he put DI on Pandora or Adolescents on Pandora, and then he gets a whole everything else in that same range, and it's awesome.
I know, it's incredible how they're like.
We didn't have that when we were younger.
No.
So weird how primitive it was.
Wait for Sunday
I know, right? Yeah.
Isn't that, you go back to a question an hour ago, did we have Adolescents in London?
Right.
Now it's a fucking, hey, you know what? I'm watching this band live and you're actually watching them in London. If you've got friends. I got friends in Australia. I got friends obviously in London, in Canada. And they're watching the show live as we do it. Right, we could leave and we could go down and watch DI, and me and you do our bullshit and have a little fucking video live, and boom, it's across the fucking world.
Just like that, yeah.
Just like that.
Technology is insane.
There's a huge difference from how music got across the globe. The UK and the US have always been connected with music,
right?
Whether it's from the 50s, 60s, it doesn't matter. Punk especially, I think.
Yeah.
But punk has never been the music that's at the top of everybody's list. It's an underground, and it stayed that way, and I fucking love that it stayed that way.
Right.
But what we do now, Rebellion, right? Punk rock bowling, the festivals that are kicking up across the world. You've played a few.
Right. Yeah.
There's a picture of you.
It's awesome. It's
playing for DI, and I see
10,000 people out there. We played.
No, more than that.
Yeah, we did
60,000.
Yeah. It was we played in front of 60,000 people at shows.
Did you ever imagine to be playing in front of that many people?
Never imagined that because we were up for just like not making it. We were kind of anti-music. Like when I was in Social Distortion, I broke up the band just because no one was going anywhere. We just changed names and we're just playing games in our neighborhood just as friends would be playing. There was no future. There was no record deals in our future. We didn't even try. We just like to play.
Everybody just swapped around from band to band.
Yeah, we were like half of Orange County was in SD, one time or another, because it's weird. I made up the names SD. I was taking a sociology class and played through distortion pedal.
Oh,
there you go. That's all
go.
it stood for. Or Mike played through the distortion pedal. But then there was no expectations of going anywhere. So,
I like all these little fun facts I'm learning from you.
The expectation was to get thrown out of the next club that you
it was just fun. It was all fun. It's just like there was no...
Do you ever sit down at the end of the day, crash on your couch, and just with silence, no music, no anything, and go, wow.
Not really.
I'm a lucky fucker.
I do. I do.
I've done these things.
Huh?
You as well, John. All of you. You're only fucking 31, right? Which ain't young, but it's very fucking young, right? And we get Tim calling in going, midlife crisis. I think there's a midlife crisis if you didn't live life as a kid.
Yeah.
Right. And now all of a sudden you're trying to impress somebody.
We never really stopped. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, and it just flowed just because it was in our blood, and then we got a little love back in the day in the 80s because it became something that was kind of a cool sounding music, and we just flowed with it like you. That's why we're here right now.
And now it's blowing up again, though.
And now it's blowing up again.
Huge. I think even bigger than before.
I can't believe it. It's just the bands, say the English bands, Stiff Little Fingers, Buzzcocks, all the Damned, they're all still playing and still touring.
Yep.
And it's just like our high school days. Just never stopped. Our genre kind
That's
of
awesome,
it kind
though.
of flailed for a little bit, but I respect the Green Day. I respect the Green Day, Offspring kind of, encompassing the whole scene for a little while true punk rock kind of stayed in the underground.
Yeah, but you guys are OG.
But now all of a sudden the underground through the media is resurfacing to be
my opinion,
bigger than everything else.
Bigger than those guys. Is big.
Well, I scream it out every time. I mean, I got so much fucking respect for Offspring and Green Day because they came about at a time when everything was either dead or so far underground that no one was interested in
they kept it alive.
Right? And they kind of resurrected the word punk. The music was great, and I know they started and played it the same as we did because they didn't come up going, no fucking band knows they're going to be multi-millionaires and they're going to have a #1 album. None of those bands came up with this idea of that. They fucking went out there the same way fucking we did.
Yeah, exactly.
And then at that time, even Blink-182.
Yeah, Bad Religion too. Bad Religion too.
Fucking
Offspring. Yeah, they're
and then
Orange
all
County.
of a sudden the word punk was out there and kids punk. They saw the word punk and we talk about it all the time. Then all of a sudden, now they want to see what punk was, what it is. It's Pistols, it's Clash, it's Ramones, it's X, it's DI, it's Social Distortion. And now all of a sudden,
it's wonderful.
It's up and running again, and it's bigger and better and stronger than I've ever fucking could have imagined. And and again, I'll say this, and I put it out there and got into fights with it. You motherfucker, the day of that punk in Drublic, I stood there being proud to know you as a person. Because what you created that day when there was an event with a lot of people there that were bored out their fucking minds, you created energy that kicked off that day.
Thanks, Dutchie. You're a good
awesome.
judge of character.
Fucking seriously.
Dude, that was a great show, and I feel the footsteps of some greats. You know what I mean? Thank God I know all the Dickie songs.
Yeah.
And the things I didn't know, I just
You made the words up, motherfucker. I knew the real words.
You're the only one that can get away with that, though.
I know. Well, shit, it's just silly anyway. You know what I mean? And it was great because everybody was in Huntington. They were in Huntington. I live a mile away. We were just like hanging at the beach. Fat Mike, hats off to Fat Mike.
I live right there too, yeah.
He played Manny Moan Jack for the first song of the Dickies in his dress, really nice dress and stuff. And Mike is a cross-dresser. It's kind of cool. He had actually, he told me when I was at his suite at Punk Rock Bowling about his prosthetic breasts he put on himself.
That's amazing.
He actually put some prosthetic breasts.
Did you see?
Surgically put them in.
They weren't on at the moment. I could tell. But he wore them for a couple weeks.
Stop it already.
He wore it for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months.
This.
I think
a couple months just to have those things on him. You know what I mean?
I don't think those are prosthetic. I think those are cutlets.
What do you call it when you put something? You tape them on. And what do you call it? No, prosthetics. That's when you put like a fake nose on you. Or,
Yeah.
Or a fake leg, and that if you want to go that far. Right. So no, he put he did that, and he was all, yeah, I didn't really question that fact too much because it's kind of an odd thing
Whoever
to ask
wants
questions
to
about.
do what you want to do.
Because there's
right?
definitely no feelings in them, because they were rubber, apparently, because I could build
Not
shit.
to the gay guy who's sucking on him, I guess.
Oh, my God.
You told me to let it go. Carry on. I'm going to join in.
Yes, okay, join in.
Fat
Dutchie,
Mike
join in.
is great, and we're kicking back, and he's all, yeah, I put my prosthetic boobs on. It was kind of trippy for a while.
You can say tits.
And then he's all, I want you to meet over at my S&M couple. This is Barry, and this is Jennifer. His
I'm
girl.
heading for the hills at that point.
I'm all like, I know at this point I'm all like, racy 1, racy 2, and then it's all like, and then the next one was. I really can't go to the next.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, it's kind of a sexy.
Please don't.
It's not sexy. It's just something I shouldn't really say because Fat Mike's got ears, fat ears.
You're listening to
So I love
Kate.
Fat Mike. No. I've had a good career and a good friendship with Mike. We did 3 singles for his Fat Mike thing. We did an AC/DC song, "Say It Ain't So" by Weezer.
We should find that.
Dude,
Is it recorded?
"Say It Ain't So" by Weezer. People say we outdid the band's version for the first time. But yeah, it's a really good. It's a good song. It's a soft song.
The band. I hate the band.
Yeah, the Weezer's kind of weird, but they asked us to do it, so we did it. But Fat Mike's pretty cool. Yeah, I like Fat Mike. He's not even that fat.
That's just
Fat Mike. No, is this?
Do you like Fat
that's
Mike?
no effects, right?
He looks a little
Yeah.
chubby.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's fat.
He's not fat, though.
But he still facilitates
chunky.
a lot of stuff. A lot of big
Oh,
shows.
big time! Yeah, I mean,
He's very active, yeah.
As a promoter, he's part of a lot of good stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear that beer thing is growing to 8
Yeah, the
cities
Pumpkin
or
Brew
something,
or Drunken Public Festival went all the way from Northern California to San Diego. I think there were 7 or 8, maybe 10, maybe 50 shows. There was free beer and all the coolest bands just playing these gigs. And like, in fact, the show that was in Huntington, I think there was only really 8 bands on the billing.
Yeah.
It was a single stage.
Right.
It wasn't like a
Free
giant
beer.
event, but there was
Again,
free.
I chose the wrong time.
That's what I heard was the free. Was
Yeah,
it free?
I
You get
chose the
tickets
wrong
or
time to
something,
stop
right?
drinking.
No, free
No,
beer
it
for
was
nothing,
it was free beer.
It was sample.
But the
It
cups were little.
Oh, that's what it
And you had to
was.
go back and get in line. So you're all like,
That's
"Sip,
what I heard. Okay.
Gone. Can I have 2? Get back in
I'm
line."
going to say this about that. It was way better than anyone could expect.
Yeah, I know.
It was free samples, kind of.
Yeah, and it was a fun-
depending on what you paid for your ticket.
And you were there all day.
And you're there all day, and the lines were short. It took if you drank one and got in the next line, it was a 2-minute wait.
Yeah.
Right.
All that beer and no bathrooms though.
Yeah,
But you're on the
I never had
beach,
a problem
so-
with the bathroom. No, you weren't. There
Pull it out and let
there
it
was
go.
fences, Kat. You'd have to
punk
jump.
rock.
Piss your
They had
pants.
hundreds and hundreds of bathrooms.
Yeah,
They-
but
they-
it was not enough.
it wasn't enough.
I was,
No.
I was
Well,
there
for
with 3
giving out
girls.
free beer.
You know what I got the
I was
answer?
the 3 girls that
Ziploc
drank.
baggie, a Ziploc baggie. You just put the hot dog in the baggie and just like let it roll, and then it's Ziploc shut. There's no leaky.
Put it-
You
Put
hope
in-
there's no leaky.
Well, there isn't. It's a
You
Ziploc.
don't. You just put it in your girlfriend's
it's all-
purse.
it's a freezer bag. What's that?
Put it in your girlfriend's purse for the next
Or just
time.
put it in like a bag. You just have the bag, like
Throw it
a
in your
shopping
backpack.
bag, and then you just hold it up to yourself and just go like, just go in that bag.
I thought you were punk.
know?
Just throw it at someone.
Depends.
Pour it on your head.
Undergarments.
The true
Depends.
punks were just pissing in a fucking sand.
True. You can do that in the car too. Just piss in a Ziploc. That's right. Piss in a Ziploc by Casey Royer Ideas.
If you need some Ziplocs on the way on, let me know. I'll give you some.
No.
I got the
You're
quarts
lis-
and the gallons.
Don't tell anybody. I go on John's back,
Oh God.
but he's got a jacket on, so he can't tell till he gets home.
Great.
Yeah,
Like
I-
your jacket too.
So what's that smell? What's that smell? It smells like something like it's like the bathroom or something.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com. Beautiful Disaster. Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Kat Monroe. And we have the Radolescents live in studio. John, you want to read some of the dates of your future upcoming shows?
Thank you. We're heading up north this weekend, so for everybody up there in
It's like a
Paso
mini
Robles.
tour, right?
What's that?
A mini tour?
Yes,
Da
our first
voce,
mini tour.
sí, da, oui.
Friday at Manny's Pizza in Paso Pizza Robles.
Pizza Robles.
Saturday at the Blue Lagoon in Santa Cruz.
Oh,
and
unreal.
Sunday at the Golden Bull in Oakland. And then a long drive home with Casey in the car.
So we're talking the Radolescents now. Again, I'm going to keep going back to it because it was unexpected what's going on.
Yeah, it was.
with you. So now you're going up north.
They made us an offer we couldn't refuse.
Kind
Of
of
course,
like the
you
Ooh.
know,
Kind of like the
That's
Ooh.
awesome, though.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
it's
the
great.
Ooh. The Ooh's first show.
Then,
Oh, there's a buzz, brother. There's a buzz going on about you fuckers.
Yeah,
it's
and
intense.
We'll
that's
take it.
that's fucking really exciting because we've been doing this show 2.5 years. You've been on the show before. We've had lots of great fucking bands
Yes.
on the show.
I feel like
Amazing.
And there's not many bands that come on, and at the time that they come on, there's a buzz, there's something going on that's really exciting about the band.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of it.
And right now, to me, it's the beginning. When was the first show you played?
It was that Doll Hut show that we played in Anaheim. I think it was the 9th of
September.
Yeah. So 6 months
and
ago,
things
5 months
happen
ago.
really. I've been watching the whole thing because I'm right in the middle of it all, and things have been happening really fast for you guys. Really fast.
It blew up. We got the phone ring off
that
the
one
hook.
video came out. It was just
we didn't know who to tell who what, so we're all like, let's get a manager quick because
So you do have a manager. That's Mac from the Doll Hut.
Yeah, Mac from the Doll Hut.
Love that guy.
Did you have Mac's
Absolutely
number?
love that guy.
Let's give out the number.
That's quite a.
Did you got Mac's number on you?
No, you're not giving me Mac's number.
That's quite a.
No, he's got a booking number.
Oh, he's got a booking number.
Yeah, if you want to book us, hit up
we got to
Mac
do
from
that.
the
That's a
Doll Hut
smart thing.
online.
I'm a smart rock and roller. I can
Yeah,
tell.
give him your booking number.
Well, sometimes.
So when we,
I haven't walked in front of a bus. Have you, Kat?
No.
A truck or
I've
a
walked
cab
to
or
the
anything?
front of a bus.
Have you? Eddie Tatter, our bass player, he plays for the Dickies as well. Walked in front of a cab in Birmingham. No, it was in London. It was in London. Got hit. Just boom, jumped up, went ouch, jumped, rolled over the car.
Well, he's a big guy.
He brushed himself off.
Well, it's
the wall.
not that. Here's the difference. You go back to talking about a bird and being in England. You do not walk out in front of any moving vehicle. They will fucking mow you down, you dumbass American. Well, I'm a car. You're a fucking person.
Yeah, isn't that kind of logical?
Why do we talk like you?
You
Bill
don't.
Hicks made that point.
We speak English here. I don't know.
We have that funny.
I don't know what
funny
you're
talk.
speaking.
So my friend comes over and stays, and he's driving through a Vaughn's parking lot, and
nice save.
And boom, he just knocks the guy over, and he's like, "What the fuck is that idiot doing?" Oh, I forgot to tell you, pedestrians have the right of way.
No,
it's switched. Yeah, they don't have the. In England, you dare not step out in front of a car. There's only one place you're going, bitch.
It's like Manhattan. They want to kill you.
Oh yeah, New York walking. That's amazing.
I asked a cab driver, "Do you hit people while you're driving through Manhattan? What's your boss do?" And he's all, "Our boss just says you can hit them, but just don't kill them."
Oh, nice.
And I'm all, you could hit them, but don't kill them.
That's good policy.
That's an interesting philosophy.
And New Yorkers don't pay attention to those walk lights either.
But yeah, go for it.
Right, so,
I guess we're playing on Friday for sure. This
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Paso Robles and Friday, Saturday.
Santa Cruz on
We're playing
Saturday.
at the Blue Lagoon in Santa Cruz on this coming Saturday. It's a great place.
Oakland on Sunday.
Oakland on Sunday.
Golden Bowl.
At the Golden Bowl.
When we come back
the
here,
top
we're
runner.
playing March 2nd at the Mission Tobacco Lounge in Riverside.
Nice.
And then I believe we're going to Vegas on the 24th of March. Haven't got it totally confirmed yet. No? What are you talking about?
Forget Las Vegas, everybody.
Huh?
I talked to Mac.
Hey, you got Mac's number?
Get on the mic.
Hey, Frank, get
I
your mic.
talked to Mac. That one's not happening.
I don't
It
know.
sounds
You're playing
like
DiPiazza's.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
Oh, DiPiazza's.
Yeah, DiPiazza's. I didn't see that
That'll
one.
be the next one on March 30th.
I asked him because my other band wanted to get a show that day, and I asked him if we were actually booked that day, and he said no, we're not.
I know,
and
I'm
that it's
fucking with you.
And then he said that it might be the 20th.
Explain it all.
But he
Just
said that
fucking
there
with
might
you.
be the 23rd though.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Okay, well, maybe the 23rd in Vegas.
We have shows coming up consistently.
March
That's
30th.
awesome.
Because
March
of the
30th
frenzy.
is
Because of the
DiPiazza's.
frenzy.
It is a frenzy.
It's a frenzy, a Radolescents frenzy. I can't believe it. I'm stoked to be a part of it and bring cake and milk and bacon for Casey.
And beer. And brownies.
And beer's okay. I don't
Brownies.
drink
Bacon's good.
So
Brownies.
DiPiazza's is on March 30th. Observatory with Smut Peddlers on April 14th. And Fitzgerald's on April 20th.
I think I want to come to that one.
420?
Fitzgerald's.
The 420 show?
420?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
yes.
in
I'll
June, we're
probably
going to
be there.
Vegas and Arizona.
The
Are you gonna bring
DiPiazza shows all
brownies?
ages, right? I think so.
I think
huh?
it is. Yeah,
I'm bringing my
DiPiazza's.
kids.
I know
Yeah.
Long Beach is so cool. We're playing. Plus, DI is playing at the Black Light District with American Made coming up pretty soon.
I saw that too. Yeah.
I don't know what date it is though. So just
Does it make it difficult
You
now
can
with
find
all
out.
this excitement going on
So,
with
no,
DI?
No, I love it because I've always lived a musician's life, and now it's just fun because
It's rolling now.
It's rolling.
Yeah, I
now.
think all of us
The kids
play
are
in a
there. The
few.
people are still alive.
Did you get a downtime? Did you get a few years there where it was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Well, when
I'm
I was
Casey,
raising my
I'm
son-
fucking Casey fucking
Well, when
Roy.
I've been raising
Oh,
my
you know
son,
what?
and
Hang on a
it's been-
second.
I've been a father
Hang
for a
on a
while.
second. I know there was a downtime.
Right. When?
He came and played with us.
Oh, that's his downtime.
No, that was just an extra quick $100. But I love you guys. I love you guys.
Thank you, Robbie.
That, though, didn't you have that
Oh,
time with
back,
him?
come on,
I
fucking.
like it.
That's what it's
I like
all
it.
about. Again,
Plus, the
you know-
camaraderie was worth its weight in gold. I mean, I love you guys. You guys are great. You know.
Yeah, you don't hit
What
bottom
are the
until you
other
stop
guys'
digging,
names
Casey.
again? No, I'm just joking, Billy.
Robbie, get your $200 out to play another show with us.
It's great to be on KMET with what's his name again?
Douchey.
Jim Ladd.
Douchey Hernandez. I'm Douchey Hernandez,
good
Mexican
Lord.
radio. Welcome
You've
to
been listening to a beautiful disaster on chaoticradio.com. Dutchy the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, and Radolescents live in studio.
Love you, Dutchy. People go nuts during this song. It's cool. Fucking cool.
There's nothing to do. Excitement level zero. I can't find a girl. Cause you're all actors and heroes. Where's the right crew bomb with another tiptoe? Yourself. You've got a few friends. When we become one, the violence never ends. Where's the right crew bomb on the
Wrecking Crew by Adolescents, and we have the Radolescents live in studio. It's been a great show.
I've enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com.
Yes.
You guys are chaotic, man. I can't believe it. You guys are wild. You're promoting wild shit like a Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. This place is insane,
like,
man.
Like I'm going to kick you in the back of the head when you're sleeping kind of shit.
I don't do it in the studio.
You're going to wake up Frankie.
You don't do what?
We're all dressed in nice
I
clothes.
don't go wild in the studio.
I have my work clothes on still. That's why.
Dan and Rick are Dan Colburn and Rick Agnew are here. They just
They're not talking.
They're sitting back on the couch.
They're
Kind of passed out back
talking.
there.
They're just not talking. They're not talking.
They only speak through us.
I think they're just trying to be mimes.
Yeah, but
because
they're
they keep
not
making
talking
movements,
today.
and I can read their body language like a book without words. But
Yeah.
you know what?
They're
I
here
can't.
though.
They're
just
here though.
not talking.
No, Rick's not here. He just ran out. There he
Oh,
goes.
Wait,
Yeah,
no, he's back.
So you know, what? I do have a question talking about Agnews and Rick and
Chips and fish and shepherd's
No,
pie.
and then there's
Oh, that's
off.
different. I'm sorry. God, I'm so sorry. That was really mean.
You're a
God,
racist.
I put my foot in my mouth. I wish I could really.
Put your foot in your mouth?
Yeah, because
He
then I can
calls it his
taste.
foot.
You know, you can make personal cheese off your own
Oh
bacteria.
my God.
Have like Britney Spears cheese. You know, all like they make a cake. They call it a cake of
Like a
Britney
cheesecake?
cheese. Yeah, cake of Britney
cheesecake.
No, they proved it. Personal cheese.
Britney cheesecake, yeah.
Scrape some stuff up your your pit. I guess.
You can do a
like,
Casey
maybe,
cheesecake.
and then start cloning that
Shut
shit.
the
A quesadilla.
A quesadilla. There we go.
Yummy. Well, they clone hamburgers now. They call it Smeats. They clone hamburgers out of the lab so you don't have to kill a cow. That's true.
not good.
And they made 2 monkeys in your area.
Don't point at me like that,
You're
fucker.
Like English.
Don't be like you're attacking me like some.
Cloning monkeys in England. They are. That's true. They
There's a
made 'em.
sheep too somewhere, isn't there? Good.
Oh,
Sheep.
I think that was in
Molly.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Molly was
Molly
the
was
first
the first
one. Yeah.
sheep. What was that in England too? Right?
Nah, Wales.
Wales.
Isn't there like a sheep with an arm, like a human arm growing off it too?
It's called a freak show at the
No,
circus.
that's,
son.
that's a guitar
The
player.
swap meeting Saturday morning here.
That's another guy.
So anyway, let me go back. When are you going to become the big next Agnew who tells everyone else, get the fuck out, now it's my turn?
Is it?
That's what I was wondering. That's what I wanted. That was the answer.
I've been doing that since I was 12.
Oh.
So let me ask you fuckers.
He'll say.
How come he's the singer of the band?
Because he's a great front man. We need a front man because Tony didn't want to do it, and he's like so deep with the
I used
DNA
to
and
be in
such
the
a great
Adolescents,
kid.
too.
No, seriously,
couldn't
Frank,
have anybody else.
are you good?
He used to. Oh,
He's
yeah.
great.
Oh, dude, it's intense.
I'm asking fucking him, not you.
What do you think he's
Stop
going to say?
talking for
What do you
him.
think he's going to say?
Wait, at what? A guitar or singing? Because at first when I was in the Adolescents in 2004 to 2006, I
Playing
played,
guitar.
So
I
you played in the
guitar.
Adolescents?
Yeah, I played guitar in the
Why?
Adolescents.
How come and why?
How come?
How come they
asked
ended
me.
up coming to you?
because Rick was out, and they asked me if I wanted to do it. So I asked Rick if that was okay, and he said yeah. And so I said, all right, I'll do it.
So how old were you, like 18, 20?
I was 18, yeah. Or 17 or 18, I forget.
Because your family is obviously, it's the Agnew family.
Yeah, my
Legends.
Talented.
So I got to play with my dad, you know, and then Tony and Steve. And then it's cool to be playing now in the Radolescents, because now I get to play with like the other half of the Blue Album with like Casey and Rick. So it's like, I don't know, as a fan of the Adolescents, you know, I've been fucking.
That must be amazing for you. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's been awesome.
Living the dream.
It is fucking amazing.
I got to play with like the Blue Album pretty much, like in different variations.
You're in a really good position there.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't take it for granted, and you know, any chance I can get, I'll play with.
Do you have any plan for like the future as a musician, or are you just fucking taking this shit every day as it comes and loving every second?
He's in school right now.
Yeah, well, I go to school, but then I'm also in another band called Weird Night, and we've been around for like 10 years, and we put out a few albums on like different labels, like Recess Records and Burger Records, and I forget some other records and stuff. And last year we went to Japan. We toured out there for like 2 weeks, you know.
Well, heck, we're going to have you come in with that band.
Oh, yeah.
We'll schedule that in.
Yeah, we do a bunch of DIY, like we book our own tours and everything, and, you know, put out, pretty much fund everything ourselves and stuff.
Well, send me some music for my Thursday show, the DIY band show. I'll definitely play it on there.
Okay, definitely.
Look what Cat dragged in. Thursdays, 4 to 6 p.m. Meow. Meow.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
So, amongst the three of you fuckers, and I mean, again, you're a young kid. This is an old bastard.
I'm right in the middle.
I'm not sure if you are.
Maybe not. Maybe closer to the old bastard side.
Yeah, you're on the same side as me and him. We're old bastards, right? The music over our lives has given us shit that we never expected, right? I mean, we put our first vinyl on when we were kids, or your first CD, and we love our fucking music, right?
So to the bone.
To the bone, yeah. God, fuck yeah. Who could have imagined where we are today? You guys coming in the studio today, when she said you were coming in, was like, it blows me away that we can do what we're doing and still touch people's lives. I want to thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you guys very much.
I'm not finishing the show unless you want to. We'll do 10 more minutes and we go to the hour and then we'll be done.
I don't even know where I am right now. So
you're in outer space, Casey.
He's on planet Brownie.
Yeah.
God, I love you.
But
we had this discussion the other day.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a crazy thing, Dutchie. Because when I was like in the same year, pretty much the same years growing up, we adhered to this music that was not accepted by anybody but our own ears and our own.
It wasn't new. It wasn't even there.
Yeah.
2 years, a year before, 6 months before.
Yeah, we got to be a part of that and part of just being unique with a whole new movement in the UK and here, and then it just persevered, and we just stayed with it, and then it's blossoming again. It's a wonderful thing.
I love watching.
It's great to watch it.
It's
great to watch it happen.
It's emotional.
I'll tell you what's great, Kat. Go back and watch the fucking YouTube documentaries, or they're on YouTube.
Or the Casey Royer,
this kid when he's an 18-year-old.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Look at the Eric Blair show. It's pretty good on YouTube. And okay, the first punk rock stuff when I was exposed to those guys playing it on my lecture hall steps, like when it was fresh, when the Damned and the Pistols put out their first singles, I got a God Save the Queen single was my first thing that I had to put on my stereo when I was I think it must have been a junior in high school. What was your first single, Dutchie? Was it
my first punk single
from America? Oh, that's right. You had kind of a touch and go with America.
No. My first punk single from America was
Dead Kennedys.
No.
What was
Wayne County and the Electric Chairs.
Oh, dude, that is a great band. Those guys were a great band.
If you
don't
want to fuck me, baby.
Yeah.
That was your first one?
That was my first American.
Get some vulgar stuff.
No one's ever asked him that.
Hang on a second.
Wow, that's a
that
good
was
one.
my first one outside of the box.
Right.
My first one, regular one, was the Dickies.
Oh, right. The Dickies have done a lot.
You used to buy all the colored albums.
The Dickies just took England by... Fuck, the Dickies was huge.
How about you, Kat? What was your first recording or cassette or?
All right, albums.
Okay, what was your first punk album?
I think it was the same as you. God Save the Queen. I got in Sex Pistols
Yeah, it
really
was the
hard.
very
That was the first thing that kind
it
of,
was
yeah.
bright pink and yellow, and it was just like punk rock right there.
I was probably like 11 years
Malcolm
old.
McLaren hit it just right with timing.
Yeah, probably still one of the greatest albums of all
It
time.
is one
I'd
of the
say.
greatest. God,
I was
save
the
it.
cassette
Punk or not, so
generation.
good. Well, okay, John O'Donovan. What was the first experience and exposure to punk rock?
I was hanging out with you older fuckers, so probably something along the lines of Iggy or the Dolls, if you would
nice
call it that. If not, it was either the Ramones or the Pistols.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I mean,
where did it start?
I know the first two albums. I bought my first two punk albums the same day, and it was the first Clash album and the Stranglers, Rattlesnake Vegetables.
Great bands.
Both
Right.
great
Stranglers. God bless them.
And
that the first two Clash albums.
In fact, the first
I bought
my first Clash album is hanging on the wall in the next room.
Still,
I bought the first Clash album.
Yeah.
I bought the first Clash album used, and it was probably like, I want to say 83, 84. And when I opened it, an old Clash unused ticket fell out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at. It's at my mom's somewhere. I have no idea where it's at. I
They're all
opened it and it was
making
like unused.
So I saw the Clash at
from
the
England.
Palladium.
It was from England. It was a ticket from England. Yeah.
I'll give them enough rope.
Yeah.
Give him enough rope.
So I saw,
dude. I mean,
they Joe Eli opened. First time I ever heard of him.
Frankie Agnew, what's yours? Oh, the Backstreet Boys. I first. No, I'm just kidding. And then like Marky Mark.
Backstreet
Marky
Boys,
Mark
that's-
was just kind of a.
That's
faggot,
not
so-
punk. He got Green Day.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Is it Green Day?
Oh, see, that's good.
No,
That's
'cause
good.
It was when I was
know.
in third grade. It was the cassette generation.
Which one,
and-
Dookie, or was
Yeah,
it?
it was
Dookie.
Dookie.
Oh, Dookie was the best. Farley,
I
the
was in
best.
third grade.
Or Kerplunk. You know Kerplunk, the first one. Oh, Christy Lane and all that early stuff. Because they're just like Berkeley kids that really got
you
just.
can't
they
argue
just-
with them, can you?
No,
you
dude.
cannot argue with early Green Day.
Totally.
You
Great
know,
pop
it
songs.
it wasn't
So great
pop.
stuff.
It wasn't fucking pop.
Those songs were catchy.
It was punk.
Well, punk, yeah.
You know, it was
Soft
no
punk?
different from
It's
the
like
fucking
poppy.
Buzzcocks.
It was
poppy, yeah.
Well, that's pop.
So what? The Buzzcocks were punk, but Green Day were pop.
All right,
no,
well,
come on.
okay, well, not
fucking,
pop, but
you
they're
know what?
catchy. I don't know.
They're catchy,
Catchy
yeah.
there.
But we categorized them and ripped them to shreds
We
for
did.
fucking no reason.
Unjustifiable.
Oh, I never did.
Unjust. But you know what? They were just like
My
back in the
first
day. They were
cassette.
just like punk because there was no real labeling going on yet.
Right.
And when there's no labeling going on yet, you're not like a pop band. You're just a good solid punk band that's has a little catchy riffs.
Well, at the very beginning, Rodney would play Cheap Trick.
Simple Tones are pop, like pop.
Devo.
Pop isn't,
dude,
pop isn't a
Simple
bad
Tones.
thing.
I love them.
Pop's not a bad thing.
So you talk about the one album that I did buy in a store in London was Beach Boulevard.
Oh, great.
Great.
And I
Awesome.
That's your favorite album ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
I bought that in '78. I mean, my two favorite bands in the world are the Pistols and the Beach Boys, right? And I find this album in a record store that says surf and punk in the same sentence. I bought it. My English friends went, "You pussy, that's shit."
What is it? Yeah.
That's a great album.
Right? And it's one of, in my book, one of
The best
punk's
records ever.
Yeah, I think
all-time
around
top
here,
10
Beach
albums.
Boulevard.
I think around here, everybody
Dude.
wore that out.
Oh, big time.
Now there was also
Rodney on the
Tooth and
Rock.
Nail. Remember that one?
Oh, Tooth and Nail was a good one. It was
That
like
had
controllers.
some of that Rick L. Rick stuff that was on
Meat House.
Beach Boulevard, but as Negative Trend.
But you can't say like
Controllers.
What was that other one? I was just saying like
Beach
it was
Boulevard.
Beach Boulevard and
Tooth and Nail.
Scheisse. No, Rodney Bingenheimer. Rodney on the Rock.
Rodney on the
Part
Rock,
One.
yeah.
It had Agent Orange, DI, Black Flag, The Clan. That was like it was Beach Boulevard and Rodney on the Rock Part 1 were released simultaneously, pretty much.
Pretty close, yeah. I think Rodney might have come a little after.
So it was like an Amoeba was on that one with early different version that we do now on our
Closer to
version
that.
of the
Oh,
Rats.
really?
Yeah, we do the original Rodney on the Rock version of Amoeba on the new Radolescents recording that's going into
Is that the one that we did the video for?
check this. Yeah, we did the video.
Okay.
Okay, check it out.
We'll do the
I
video.
don't think I said this before, but we did that. We tracked the song, no headphones on and stuff, and it came out brilliant. Rick's great. Frankie's attack was intense. I mean, when he started singing, we're all like, "Oh my god, it's the same." So we did that, and then we went to the Doll Hut, did some live. I don't know. We did some live kind of Hollywood set kind of stuff.
Now let me add also, when we did the guitar overdubs, it was scheduled for a Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock, say, and they called me up and they said, we listened to it. It sounds pretty good. We don't need you. Rick's just going to come in and do the leads. And it's okay. So I took it off the calendar, and then I got a call that day about 6:30. I live maybe 10 minutes from the studio. Get a call, and it's the producer. He says, "Hey, are you coming down?" I said, "Well, I didn't think you needed me, but yeah, I'll cruise down to check it out." By the time I got there, Rick had arrived, set up, knocked out the leads, and was sitting there. And I walked in. I said, "Are you going to go straight in, or are you going to use an amp?"
Sorry, done.
So we're done. Here, listen. And it was fucking great.
We're very good with what we do.
So did you record that at the Doll Hut Studios?
No. We actually recorded it at a mariachi rehearsal place. We just set up a MacBook
in Anaheim.
There you go.
Yeah, it's great. That's Gabe Zavala. His name's Gabe Zavala. He's a producer.
He's the one that you met at the video.
And
Luna Max Pictures.
He did the whole video. He wrote the script.
When's the video coming
He did
out?
everything, and
we're shooting for getting it out before the Observatory gig on April 14th.
Check this out. It's going to be like an MTV video. You remember those
we're not
videos,
done yet.
right?
Yeah, I missed those videos.
We have people cast as acting parts. We have a nurse that's a really foxy girl.
Mm-hmm.
We have Frank Agnew from the Adolescents and DI playing a doctor.
No, Alfie.
Or Alfie, I mean. We have Alfie Agnew playing, a doctor. We have another guy cast as a doctor, Scott. And like they're actually going to have a microphone or a microscope, and they're going to be looking at slides and like just looking at this the amoeba that's kind of like acting differently and kind of it's communicating with the scientists. So it's all scripted. So it's going to be like a full pro video with these little things placed in.
Really? So all the stuff in the Doll Hut's going to be in that.
Yeah,
is that what's in the amoeba?
Right.
That's
it's
rad.
going to be a pretty intense video. It's pretty great, man. And the new version of the new song of the new recording, which is the one that's back in the Rodney on the Rock record, where we do a little chorus goes longer than the second verse. It's going to be great. It was an amazing time. I mean, everything came together, and their love and support. And I want to thank everybody that came out to do that with us, because it was like people just came out on a Monday.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be a part of this,
Yeah,
come
there
out on a
was
Monday.
quite a few people that came out.
On
Yeah.
a Monday at 2:00 in the afternoon. Who's going to do that? And we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people we see at gigs.
And you will not be disappointed. I know it was a long day.
Dude, it was a good one.
long.
But it's going to be worth it.
I
It's
know.
going to be worth
I
it.
can't believe it. The whole world's going to see this
The
stuff.
bees even came.
I saw whose car was that? I
was
saw
my
that
car.
was your car. Okay, yeah, because Becky went to show me all the bees, and I'm like, I'm allergic to
Oh,
bees. I
yeah,
should
the
be standing
bees.
over.
Oh, my God.
What were they after? Was the queen in your hood?
I guess so, but I don't know. I gave them about a day, and when they didn't move out, I just hosed them down.
They didn't go attack you? That was a lot of bees.
No, they
That
just
was.
kind of just fell over. I think they died or something.
And when you drove, they stayed on it. There was
Yeah.
Dutchie. The front of his car was covered in bees, like the
It was
the
like a
grill.
horror movie.
And he's
Yeah.
driving it around.
Yeah. I thought they'd go
They
away.
didn't go inside the car at all.
No, they.
That's
were.
what I
They were
thought.
all
I thought they'd go in the vent.
It was crazy. I had to open up the hood and
They didn't
take
sting you.
No, I don't know. I think they were all like.
I don't know. I think you fucking know, unless
Maybe
you
you
really
got. Did you get them
fucked
high?
up.
Maybe
Is that
just
what
a
happened?
little one.
They might have been high. That's
Well,
probably why they
I
didn't sting him.
think they were eating the
That's probably a fair
antifreeze or
bet.
something.
They like the pot.
and So
They
they were
like
just
the
like
sweet
Yeah,
dying.
smell
they
of it.
probably
Lead
got
us in the
contact
air.
high. Yeah,
That's what the
Probably.
Eagles
they were all
said.
stone bees.
Oh my god!
Hey, check this out. The Adolescents played a Garage Rehab, Richard Rawlings Garage Rehab, that we got involved in
Yeah,
the
when's that
episode.
on?
So I'm starring in
When
Garage
is that
Rehab.
gonna be on?
It's going to be out in March on Discovery Channel.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's
soon.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's coming up. It was a great thing. Richard
That's
Rawlings,
big time.
He put $20,000 into our garage and made it all beautiful and threw all of our shit away. So we had the Radolescents play like the after hours party, and there were some cameras rolling. I think we might have some music in it, and we're in it. And it was great
That's
stuff.
big time, Casey.
I'm in a band called Sour Puck. I play drums, right? And they backed us out in a truck when they said, reveal the garage, kind of part of the TV show. And it was us playing a song in the back of a truck. And it was, and then all my friends that I invited started a slam pit. And then the Richard Rawlings, like gearheads, were all looking at it and they're all, what the fuck's going on? I'm all like, this is Huntington Beach, like punk rock
Yeah.
here. Right? This is
So you have another
a taste
band.
of what we do. Yeah, Sour Puck's a band I play drums for. We have a couple
Good to know.
recordings that are going to be.
We've all got about 10 bands apiece.
Dude, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, watch that Garage Rehab with Garage Rehab and see the adolescent or the rattle. God, I keep saying that. It's a Freudian slip.
It's kicking in.
No,
Something's kicking in, I think.
Yeah, I think
Adolescents
so.
kick ass. The brownies are kicking in. Dude, you feel it, Frank?
Adolescents, Radolescents.
Dude, you are so happy right now. Oh,
Yeah, his
dude.
cheeks are all rosy.
Whatever, man.
Dude,
You've been
edibles,
listening to chaoticradio.com.
Fuckers, you know what? You have no
Disaster.
idea how much we appreciate you guys
Yes, we
coming
do.
in.
We really
Dude, thanks you
appreciate
guys
it.
Thanks for having
us
us.
in here. We're having a great time being here with you.
Yep.
Right.
We'll have to have you back again. And,
Adios.
Come back in
and
about
Frank,
6
I'm going to have
months.
your band
Definitely,
in.
definitely, Dutch.
And I want
You're
your
the man.
music from my other show, too.
Because I know, you know what? You've gone from getting together to do a gig, getting together and having some fun. It's picking up.
It's great. It's working.
Observatory with
Smut Peddlers coming up in March.
Next thing you know, you're going to be the headliner at the fucking observatory.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some fights with you and the other adolescents, which I can't fucking wait to see.
Dutchie likes the dirty stuff.
Yeah, you know what?
He likes it dirty.
You
The
wrote
dirty
the
Dutchie.
songs, you're part of the songs, they're originals, you're originals. Hey, everyone live in harmony.
Well, check it out. They say the Radolescents to the adolescents are like flag to black flag.
Oh.
And who won that
Yeah.
one? Who won that one?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
We see where this is going.
Leave it hanging. Leave it hanging. Always leave it hanging.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Leave them wanting more.
But it's us.
Well, let's see what we're going to play off with the song. This is Beautiful Disaster, Chaotic Radio. It's been a great show. Thank you guys so much for being here and listen in on Thursday for Look What Cat Dragged in 4 to 6 p.m. DIY unsigned bands around the world. And Friday was 7 to 8 RPM with Dutchie and Brenda. Saturday we have the Greg Dixon Show. Sunday we have
Ryan Pena?
Oh, Ryan Pena. Sorry, Monday is
Black Lung Show?
Yes.
Rock and
I
roll.
drew a blank, yeah.
Nothing but punk fuckers.
Yep.
Let's have a big hand for everybody.
I'm not accepted by my peers. So what? I could care less about the quiz. They're fun. They cheat so hard full of cheers. Pleasers. They say no, so I drip my tears. Teasers. I hate them all. Creatures. I hate all them. Creatures. I hate them all. Creatures. I do not act or just the same. Hopeless. I do not fit inside the frame. Our class. Can't they see that they are lame? No heads. And they're the servants of a game. Pieces. I hate them all. Creatures. I hate all them. Creatures. I hate them all. Creatures. I'm not accepted by my peers. So what? I could care less about the quiz. They're fun. The cheats are hot, full of cheers. Pleasers. They say that's no after my tears. Pleasers. I hate them all. Creatures. I hate all them. Creatures. I hate them all. Creatures. I hate them all. I hate them all. Creatures. I hate all them. Creatures. I hate them all. Creatures. I hate them all. Creatures, I hate them all. Creatures, I hate them all. Creatures, I hate them all. I hate them all. Creatures, I hate them all. Creatures, I hate